Come on.
It's Friday night, and it's time for Tape Talk with Rob and the Captain.
Let's all go to the
1, 2, 3.
Tape Talk with Rob and the Captain. Tape Talk with Rob and the Captain. Tape Talk with Rob and the Captain. Tape Talk with Rob and the Captain.
All I've learned from this is that there's way too many leprechauns.
Is this the Mac and Me soundtrack on vinyl?
It's Friday night, and it's time for Tape Talk with Rob and the Captain.
Hey, welcome everybody. Welcome to Tape Talk with Rob and the Captain. I'm the Captain. Over
I'm
here is
Rob.
Rob. Hi, Rob. How you doing today, buddy?
Hey, Rob. I'm doing good, Cap. How you doing?
You know, I'm doing great. I'm doing very well, thank you.
Well, you froze for a second there.
Very
but
well,
you're okay
thank
now.
you. That's all right. Let's ignore it. Maybe it won't happen again.
It happens, you know. That's
You know,
where
we got
it
pretty
goes.
lucky last week. We didn't really have much. Didn't have much freezing last week.
No, and there's the
So
man
let's
professor
try to
here
keep
bright
that
and early.
trend up.
Yes, the professor's
Thank
here
you.
bright and early this week.
Professor, it's always good to hear from you. I consider it a blessing that I don't really know you, but I know you in, the YouTube sense, and the social media sense. And,
Mhm.
well, that's just going to have to be good enough because I doubt I'm probably never going to meet you in person.
We talked about this last week. We were never going to say never.
Yeah, well, I can because it's easy to say. It's never, that's all you can say.
Okay.
I'm not going to go down to Tijuana. I'm not going to make it down to Tijuana. I just know I'm not. I know that.
You might.
I know this
You
about
might,
myself.
man.
You know.
You
Unless
might.
we start doing Comic Cons. We start doing Comic Cons, we're in.
We might be famous by the 13th of next month. You never know.
That's true. Anything can happen. I know. You're right. You're right. You know what? You're right. I'm gonna give it up.
Puma says yes. See? Puma's here.
Oh, sign language.
I think it's sign language for all right.
Yeah.
It's Friday.
Hey,
Let's
it's
go.
hard, Captain.
Big Larry
Larry, I
here.
appreciate your support as always, and I certainly appreciate your support of this show. It's really great that you're on board.
Yes, I second this.
I hope you're over your
Well,
hangover
thanks,
from last
BP.
week.
If I offered you That's Life
Uh-oh.
and A Fine Mess on VHS, what would you offer in return via trade? I'd like others to appreciate those ones.
Hmm.
You dwelling on it? Are you working on that answer?
Well, the thing is, I don't want to be insulting, but I don't want them. Like, I don't, I don't care. I don't. So, if you're offering me something I don't want, I'm going to trade you for something that I don't want. That probably you might not want either. So, I don't really want to do that to you. But to be honest with you, I don't want them. I don't.
I would
I don't
trade you.
particularly care for those
On the
movies.
other hand, I'm going to answer you somewhat like what Captain answered, but not the exact
Yeah.
same way. And I'm going to say I would trade you Jerry Maguire.
Yeah. See, that's what I was trying to avoid. I think that she deserves more respect than that, and I think that in trades and negotiations, it's always important to say no when you must say no. And I'm going to say no. It's okay. I don't have
I
anything
agree.
I wish
I
to
agree.
trade for. Yeah.
I mean,
Well,
nobody
thank you for
wants
the
Jerry
question.
Maguire.
No. It's
Nobody
funny. Speaking of Jerry Maguire, you're going to appreciate this story. The other week, I was at the used bookstore, and they had just a mess, a mess of VHS tapes, and it was just a bunch of weird stuff, like not necessarily, just weird stuff, like stuff I wouldn't want, like John Wayne stuff, like just weird stuff. And then also had, of course, they had Mystic Pizza, which I thought of you because we always talk about Julia Roberts tapes on this. They had Mystic Pizza, and right beside it was Jerry Maguire, so that was funny.
Oh boy.
It's like how stereotypical can you get? But hey, look,
I've seen that movie Mystic Pizza, and
you
let me
said you
just
like
say
it,
that
right?
I watched that movie because of the pizza part, and that was not
Sure.
predominant. That was not predominant in the movie enough for me. The pizza part.
So you watched it for the pizza, but you end up getting Mystic.
Yes, that's the problem.
I don't think that's a fair
That's
trade.
exactly the problem.
Yeah.
Hey, Lay Day.
Hey, Lay Day's here.
Lay Day's here.
Yeah,
Lay
yeah.
Day.
I appreciate Lay
Lay
Day
is
always
here
tuning
back
in.
again.
Yeah, I
Thanks
always appreciate
for tuning
all these.
in.
Are you done singing?
Who knows, man? I don't know. I don't even know.
Yeah, who knows? The night's still young. What I was trying to say was, I certainly appreciate Lay Day always tuning in, and everybody who tunes in regularly. They're here front and center, and they stick with us the whole stream. That's amazing. I hope
Once
everybody's
again,
enjoying some Friday-Nite party favors in some form or fashion.
I concur with the captain. This thing keeps moving. I'm trying to click on a comment. Every time I go to click on it, it moves out the way. Something with sharing it, Cap.
Something was sharing it. Yeah, well,
Cap that's a
I
big
don't know.
no.
I mean, I guess you could have my copy of Moonstruck on beta for those two.
Well, there you go.
You know,
There you go. Yeah, there you go. If you had something with share
I don't
on
know
it,
when
that
it
would be a good
comes
time.
to when
That
it
would be
comes
a
to
good
when
time.
it comes to travel, though. When it comes to travel, there are some certain things I'm like, I just don't think I'm ever going to get down there.
Well,
So
I
some
mean,
things
there's a
you
lot of
can
places I
never.
could say the same thing. I don't think I'm going to get a lot of places, but I hope I do one day, and let's just keep that going. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What about going to a Bill and Ted hotel?
Well, like a Bill and Ted themed hotel.
Yeah,
That's pretty interesting.
I don't know. What would the service be like in there?
I don't know. Yeah, sure, I'd go. Yeah.
Yeah, you order room service, and it's like some young blonde shows up with like burnt grilled cheese for you.
Yeah. 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 That's what it would be. Missy.
Yeah,
I mean, Mom.
your mom, dude.
Yeah. Remember when she was a senior and we were freshmen?
Big Tony's here, and he's on 2010.
Oh, there you go. Are
We
we going to
made it.
get to be able to? Are we going to get to be able to read these memoirs, Tony? Or are you just teasing us with them?
It's a good question.
Mm-hmm.
Greetings and salutations again from the captain. Show me the
No, it's
VHS.
Professor. That was the professor.
Yeah.
Mm.
Show me the VHS, Ben says.
Oh my God, he
We
wants
got
it.
the VHS. We got the VHS.
Well, since he brought it to the table, why don't you go ahead and show him what you have waiting for everybody there, Rob?
Well, I just got it sitting here. You can take a peek. They can take a peek on their own there. But I was just piggybacking off of Gareth's stream. Gareth is probably still streaming about like 8 raunchy
Yes.
80s movies.
Yes, he is. Yeah.
I throw a couple out there to, just to like tie
Well,
into the theme a little bit.
since we got, Ben Grimm, he's must be a new viewer. Why don't you show him some tapes there if he wants to show? Go ahead and show some tapes, Rob.
Okay, well, I will then.
This is Tape Talk, is it not?
Yes, it is Tape Talk. Private school. Oh, actually, it's private school for girls.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think my man Greg there had the Blu-ray or something or the DVD of it. So there's the tape.
Mm-hmm.
And also, they were showing different covers of this.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
There was a yellow one. There's one like I have, and then there was one
Yeah.
like what Greg had, which was a different cover. So that's 3 different covers of that.
Yeah, I believe the yellow one was the original theatrical poster art for that film, if I remember correctly.
It's similar to this.
Don't.
Like I think the image is like closely to the same, but this is like
it's just different layout. Did you see the one? Did you see the UK version?
Yeah,
that's that looks like an entirely different movie. Like
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like not that kind of a movie, but that kind of a movie.
Exactly. The kind of movie that you might like have to put like a sticky note over it if you wanted to like do a video of it because it's like close to that.
It just looked like an adult film.
Yes. And then of course he was talking about like I love this movie, Just One of the Guys.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good one. That's a nice. I've watched that movie like I don't know how many times. Who's better, vice versa? And who's better and vice versa? What's better, vice versa or father like son?
Oh, vice versa for sure.
Yeah,
vice versa. Yeah, absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. I mean, those movies are.
I watched it the other night because we were talking about this a little while ago,
Mm-hmm.
and you
Yeah.
mentioned that you liked that movie, and I was like, you know what, I haven't watched that in a while. I have the RCA copy of it.
Yeah. I got what, like I had mentioned on that show, I did, but I sold it.
Mm-hmm.
I got enough enjoyment out of it, though. I watched it a bunch of times, you know.
That's good.
And
That's
it's
good.
also it's a Christmas film. If you're interested in unexpected Christmas movies, vice versa is a Christmas film. And yeah,
Really?
like Father Like Son, that came out. Well, I did a whole video about this last year. Everybody look it up. Go to the Captain Adams VHS Pirate Ship archives. Go to the playlist of Captain's Corner, and I do a show about vice versa. How it's I believe it's one of the most underrated 80s movies of all time because it was just buried. Because yeah, it was Father Like Son came out like pretty much the same time as that did, but then right after that, Big came out as well. So Big, and of course they have like very very similar premises. So
Mm-hmm.
it's like Big, of course, got all the press because of Tom Hanks and all that.
Yeah, it kind of got overshadowed. Like,
Yeah, and it was just sort of forgotten, very quickly forgotten. But yeah, um,
it's a good movie, man.
it was a good movie, and yeah, I just Father Like Son. Just I don't know. I didn't care for it too much. Nobody else did either, apparently. Because have you ever seen the reviews on it? Oh man, not too good. Not too
What's
good.
going on, Matt? My buddy Matt's here.
Hey, Matt,
Our buddy
Mr.
Matt.
Pugwall. Pugwall. Hey, Matt, if I can call you Matt, I always want to know what is the story behind the name of your channel. What is Pugwall 316? I imagine there is some meaning to that.
Show me the Warner Brother clamshells.
Okay.
I got one recently. I got Night Shift. You want to see it, I suppose?
Yeah, they want to see it.
What I gotta do? Pull out stack of tapes out of teetering.
Oh,
Night Shift.
on the night shift.
On the night shift.
I don't know the rest of the
Gonna
words.
be a sweet time
Yeah.
going down on the night shift.
Yeah, Stacey, I know you often talk about the Warner Brothers clamshells. I really should make it a point to make them more readily available here on Below Deck on the VHS pirate ship because I do have many, but they are rather hard to get to at the moment. But you know what? I'll make that a point. Tune in next week. I will show you my Warner Brothers clamshell collection.
I don't have a lot of these. I have this one. I have two other one. I have another plastic one like this in a clamshell. I have a cardboard one, which is like a little drummer girl or something.
What? A cardboard Warner
Yeah,
Brothers?
like this one, but it's a Warner Brother.
Oh, like yeah, that was their first.
It looks like this.
Their,
It kind of looks like this, but it's cardboard.
yeah, they started out doing book boxes as well.
Yeah,
They're just
book
slightly bigger than the MGM book box. I have Magnum Force, but again, it's really hard to get to. But yeah, I have the Magnum Force Warner Brothers home video release in their
Then I
book
have
box.
another plastic clamshell one like called Tin Cup or something.
Oh, with Kevin Costner and René Russo.
No, it's like it looks like it's an old movie with like some. The dude looks English to me on the cover. I don't know. I could be wrong, but it looks English.
Yeah, interesting.
Holy smokes, man! The chat is popping out.
Good. I'm glad everybody's having a good time.
Bones is here.
Hey, Mr. Bones. Mr. Bones.
Yeah, I think there was While I was away in my travels last week, gents, you all inspired me to hunt some tapes.
Well, good. Did you find any?
I believe he did. I believe he did.
Well,
Larry had a good birthday, I hope, yes.
I hope he did. Oh, he was hungover for a week.
I always wanted to be a Flintstone and live in Bedrock. Yeah, me too. Jerry Maguire jokes. I thought I saw a question from a pop quiz. There it is.
Uh-oh. Professor Pop Quiz.
Yeah.
Incoming.
You can choose to inherit one of the following.
Oh,
The Amityville house, the house from The Haunting, the house from Hill House, or the house from The Conjuring.
Oh man, can I say none? Why would I want? I would sell them though. I would.
Can
I
I
would
flip
sell
them?
them. Yeah, with no backstory.
Yeah.
I wouldn't. I wouldn't tell the people what was going on. Definitely not the Amityville house.
I could ask a question. I have to ask, like, which one property value is the most?
Well, okay, that's a good question too. But to me, the question that trumps that is which house is more haunted. Yeah. Well, I would think that the house from The Conjuring would probably be the best choice because if I remember correctly, it wasn't the house that was really being haunted; it was them. So it was
Hmm.
like the house really didn't matter. So I
Hmm.
would say that the house from The Conjuring would probably be the best choice if I remember correctly.
Yeah, but isn't there one of those Conjurings where it was the house? Like,
I don't know. We're going with the first one though. I don't know. I seen
okay.
that movie a long time ago, and
I think there
I
was
was
like some Conjuring or
really
something. I don't know,
stoned.
maybe I'm wrong. There's so many of those movies that connect together, like like Annabelles and Conjurings, and
Yeah, didn't they make like
what's the
two
other
dozen
one?
of those, 2 dozen of those films?
There's another one that connects to that. But anyway,
You know, yeah. There's
uh,
the Nun. Does the Nun or am I an idiot? Well, I'm an idiot
yeah,
anyway. But
yeah, the nun kind of connects to that too.
does
That's what
it?
I'm saying. A whole
Uh,
bunch of shit. Yeah, in some way, yeah.
oh, it's a cinematic universe.
The Valak character, I think, is in like one of the nun Conjurings or something. I can't remember. I'm
Yeah,
going to take.
none your
I'm going to
business.
say the Amityville house. I'm going to take the Amityville house because I want to see.
You're insane, dude. You're insane. I forgot I was talking to a complete lunatic.
Because I want to reenact the scene with James Woods getting attacked by flies when he's going to the bathroom.
Yeah, but that could be you in real life.
Yeah, well, I'm not going in there. I'll send someone else in there.
So you're gonna own a house, live in a house. You're never gonna use the bathroom
I'm not
because
going
you're
to live
afraid
in the
of
house. He didn't say nothing about that. He just said you inherit it.
Yeah, but you got to be there. Sometimes you might have to
No, I'll
clean
be
out.
outside the house watching other people go in there and get attacked by flies while taking the shit.
You have to clean out the clutter, clean out all their diecast NASCAR collection.
It's like one of those houses. You get a house like that, and you're like, whenever anybody wants to stop over for ketchup, you're like, come on in. Somebody needs a glass of water, you're like, come on in. Someone wants to use the phone, you're like, come on in. Someone wants to go to the bathroom, you're like, come on in, and you just sat outside and you watch them go in the house and
Hmm.
get haunted.
Yeah,
Maybe
well, I
charge
guess
some people,
we all had different versions of what we call fun, don't we?
hook up some webcams inside, have the people go in and be like, what the hell's going on here? Next thing you know, they're Amityville.
Amityville. That's
Yeah,
I think that should be in the the lexicon of everybody. They get Amityville. It's like being Kevin McAllister except with ghosts.
exactamundo.
Yeah, yeah. And I don't know. I guess the House from the Haunting that'd be pretty fun too, because that was kind of spooky, but it was more like fun, not like fun. But you know what I mean? I don't know. Just forget it.
See, look,
Oh yeah, she was there.
although I did actually visit the real house more recently,
Yeah.
and they completely changed the outside.
Hmm. Hmm.
Or did they change the inside?
Probably not. Probably not.
Bum bum bum.
The inside's where it counts. They just did some remodeling. Maybe put in a pond or a water feature.
The Nightmare on Elm Street house would have been cool to throw in there too.
Yeah. Yeah. Sure.
Just saying. Let's see what we got going on. Hey, Big Josh is here.
Hey, Josh Cook.
Josh just dropped a video recently.
He
A
did.
VHS video he did, so people go and check that out
Well,
on Josh's channel.
not surprising. YouTube did not tell me, even though they told me about your last one, Josh, but not the most recent one. So yeah,
Not nice, YouTube.
yeah, YouTube.
The professor found a VHS tape of Christmas Carol with George C. Scott and the Grinch in those white clamshells.
Good. Yeah, that's the George C. Scott one. I have that one. I might be mistaken, but I think that might be the only U.S. distribution there is, or North American distribution there is. I don't know. I've never been able to really find earlier one than that. So I don't know. It might be the only one, and it's not unheard of for older movies to only get one VHS release to be much later. You know, so okay. Well, which one is that? There
I
was
don't
like
know.
there was
This
like
is
12. There
the
was
Good
like
Times,
12
the
dozen
Good
Christmas
Times
Carol
release.
movies. Well, what? Who's in it?
This is Alistair Sim.
Nope, not the right one.
Which one is he talking about?
He's
George
talking
C.
about the
Scott, eh?
George C. Scott one, the 1982. I think it was 1982, 1983. Otherwise known as the best one, in my opinion, at least. I think it's the best Christmas Carol rendition on film. Yeah.
Well, I mean, so I don't disappear for about 15 minutes, but I know I got a bunch of those somewhere.
Well, it's deceiving because there was like 12 dozen A Christmas Carol renditions on film, so you just got to look at the actors.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah.
Some of my favorite clamshells I have had or seen are that one, Shining and Private Benjamin, The Shining and Private Benjamin,
Mm. Mm-hmm.
and so many others. I like how some green backdrops
Mm-hmm.
have orange, etc.
Yeah, they tried to change it up. I don't know if it was. I think they were doing it like based on like category, like some like big dramas or whatever. They would be like green and like
Yeah,
comedies,
yeah,
or
there's
they'd be
all this part here.
orange. Yeah, like the fade in the background. So I think they were trying to do like just something to categorize it more, or they could have just been totally random. I don't know. I'm still looking into that. Yeah.
What's going on,
Hey
Corey?
there. What's going
How you
on?
doing, buddy?
Man,
Thanks for stopping by.
he needs to update that profile picture. Like I don't even know. Like if you told me that was the guy I was talking to last week on Larry's birthday Rager stream, I wouldn't believe you.
I was on Corey's stream earlier today, and someone mentioned the same thing, but said something about his beard. I can't recall
Yeah,
exactly how they
yeah,
said it, but it was more
yeah,
along the lines like "Holy smokes!"
yeah.
And
So
dog
come
is
here.
here.
Hey, Lindog. Happy Friday, Lindog, as always. Yeah. Happy
Thanks,
Friday,
dog.
baby.
What's going on, Lenny Dog? I'm sure you're having a beer ski.
Having a brewski or two ski, we're having fun with you ski.
Correct. Have you seen Roy Schneider in Listen to Me?
No, I haven't.
Neither have I.
Mm.
So this question casts Demi as more villains for sure. She's awesome, but that makes me think of the makes me think of one of the highlight reels there in the clip when
Oh,
you're like,
yeah.
so you're saying I should portray Demi
Yeah.
Moore?
She wanted me to take the place of Demi Moore and the juror. I don't think it's going to work, but I mean, we can give it a shot. You say never. That's one of the things where you should say never. No,
Well,
that's
yes,
not.
that you can say never because
Now we can say never to stuff. Oh, okay, yeah.
never. Nobody is ever going to say, you know what?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe Demi Moore, but let's offer Captain Adam the role.
Yeah. Never say never, dude. Hey, never say never.
Well, that's a never. That's for sure. That's a never. You got me
Yeah.
there. You got me there. I have to say.
Yeah, you pick and choose when you say never.
Yeah, well, I didn't have anybody really point it out till now, so thanks.
Demi Moore as a villain.
Yeah, why not?
Well, I'm just trying to think what would be cool. Maybe like in Snow White. What was her name? The villain, the evil. What was her name?
Oh man,
The evil witch in
Snow White. You know,
Yeah,
the last time I watched Snow White,
I
don't.
know. Yeah, it was probably when you were 3 years old or something.
Yeah, so you're talking to the wrong dude when it comes to that. I
Yeah.
haven't seen any of those new ones, and I don't watch any of that stuff, buddy.
Or maybe I don't know.
Have you seen the Substance? You have not seen The Substance yet, right?
No, I haven't seen that yet. No.
Okay. Because that movie's pretty gnarly, man. She's pretty good in that movie. I enjoyed that movie, and
Okay. Well,
yeah, so I can see her being a villain for no problem at all.
Maybe like if they were to recast, I mean, I don't know. Angelica Houston would be hard to replace, but if they were to recast the witches, I think she might be okay in the Angelica Houston role in that one as the main baddie. Maybe that's a bit of a stretch too. But I'm just trying to think of things where Demi Moore as a villain. That's interesting. It's an interesting
Yeah,
concept.
I'm down with it.
Oh,
So,
cool! You had the cool.
yeah, Mr. Bones got a Jim Crockett Senior Memorial Cup wrestling clamshell.
That's a good one to have. That's a really good one to have. I have a Starcade 86 clamshell, but unfortunately the tape is broken and does not function. But it's still for a good display piece. It's buried over there, but I do have it. And, that's a good
I
one to
got a
have.
couple wrestling tapes, but I got nothing that worth talking about. Nothing that's worth like anything or like classic or anything like that. So I have to
No, it's,
beef up my wrestling. But like you said, we were talking about I think on a past stream. Like I don't know about you, but around where I am, wrestling and horror.
uh
You're
Oh
talking
yeah,
about
that's worldwide, dude. That's worldwide.
yeah.
That's everywhere.
Robin
Mm-mm.
Captain Adam, have you had any? Have any of you heard of the movie called Fire? Just Fire?
No,
Hmm.
no, I've not heard of that. Not at all.
No,
I am sorry, but there's plenty of movies I've never heard of.
that's a
You
good
know?
title for a movie these days. Because people just look because that's like a saying. Everything's fire. Eh? The young kids like, oh, this
Oh
fire.
yeah, it's
Oh,
good for the
fire.
young kids. Yeah,
This movie's fire. Ooh.
yeah. That's one of my favorite pinball tables too. Actually, it's just called Fire with an exclamation point.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, yeah. It's a Williams table from the '80s. It was based on the Chicago fires, which I know it's kind of weird to make a pinball table about that, but that's what it's about. It's an interesting table. Yeah, if you're a pinball
Hey,
fan.
them dogs there. There we go. See the nun, Conjuring, Annabelle are all connected.
I thought so. I see. I knew about the nun. Like somehow I just knew the nun was connected. Yeah.
Who stops by for ketchup? Some people ask for ketchup, man.
Oh, could you spare some sugar?
Okay, sugar.
Yeah.
I should
Mm,
have said sugar. Ooh,
that was
that was a
hard.
bit of yeah, that was a stretch. That
Hard.
one.
Yeah, that's hard.
Yeah.
Yeah. Who stops by for ketchup? Yeah, that just kind of like finally hit me. I don't know why it took me so long to get to that, but it was just really funny.
You know what, man? Some people, if they don't got ketchup,
Yeah, they might be hard up. That's for sure.
yeah, I would take the most haunted of the houses and then make tours of them, of all of them ghost hunters. Might have to write up a waiver
Well,
form in case some shit hits the fan.
yeah, you got to get your you got to get your legalities in order. You got to play lower baseball there. If there
Yeah.
is a possibility of that, yeah, certainly have waivers. People are
Yeah.
like, oh, it's just a gimmick to make it feel more real until somebody gets a chandelier dropped on their head from a ghost. Then it's like, yeah, I'm glad we signed this. Now we can't sue.
Sue,
Sue.
you get in a time machine.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Oh, which board?
You're on the set of Witchboard.
Mm.
Tawny
Attain.
Katane is there and says, "Hi. What do you do? What do you do? You choose your own adventure?"
Well, you got to be polite. You say hi back. Then you take it from there.
That's good manners. That's good
You
manners.
know, hello.
Hello back. That's correct.
Is there
And
anything
then
I can
you
do?
and
Is
then
there
you choose
anything I
your own
can
adventure, I suppose.
do? Yeah.
I would go to where am I going back in time? Where am I going back? Here's a question: would you go back or forward?
In time? Oh,
Yeah.
back. No,
Really? You
backward.
wouldn't want if you only had one shot, you're just going there for a second and check it out and coming back. Like you wouldn't want to check out the future in any way.
No, I'm for a couple of reasons. Mainly, I'm going back to 1985, so I can grab up all the Star Wars toys, all the Transformers, all the wrestling toys, all the Battle Beasts, all the GI Joes. Hang on to them, put them in a crate somewhere, buried underground, so it's in perfect condition come 2025, and I'm going to sell it for a mint. That's what I would do. That's
Or
why
you
I would go back in time.
just get the
Plus
sports
everything,
almanac.
yeah. Plus everything was just so much better in the '80s. I mean, you can argue with me till you're blue in the face. It's not going to do any good.
I would
The
never argue
'80s
with you,
was
first of all. Secondly, 1985 is my favorite year ever. Thirdly, I would definitely go back in time, but I would be a little bit just a little bit curious to know, like, how far we'd have to go before things actually like visually change. Like, when you show up and it's like it looks futuristic, like Jetsons or some shit. You know what I mean?
Well, I tell you what, I mean, things have pretty much done that now. If you think about it, the way just everything looks differently, the things have changed in a way that we did not expect them to. Nothing was ever going to be like the Jetsons. That was just, that's just silly stuff. But the way things have changed, like look at McDonald's, how McDonald's have changed, for heaven's sakes. They went from being like this colorful, fun place to go to this communist installation to where like they're just gray and brown square
McCafe.
buildings. Yeah, it's like they're so not fun. Most of them, you go in there, nobody's even working behind the counter. You gotta order through a computer. So the future is weird, I should say.
Yeah, they went from like a kids restaurant with like
Yeah,
a themed
yeah,
fun and games kind of feel to it to
yeah,
McCafe with a fireplace on the wall.
yeah. Like, oh yeah, I'm going to McDonald's because I'm so cultured.
Yeah,
Get
let me
out of here
cross
with
my
that.
legs while I wolf down my Big Mac.
Yeah, yeah. I want to sit on a chair that's got grimace on it. For heaven's sakes, you know what I mean. I want to
Yeah,
sit by a tree that tells me a story while I'm eating my hamburger.
yeah.
That's the good times, man.
I want to have a tree that has big googly eyes that's staring at me too while I'm eating.
Yeah, I'd prefer that, please. Thank you.
Hmm.
Okay.
And that's exactly what I was talking about then, dog. Hooking up some webcams, just like that shitty Halloween movie.
Which sucked. BTW.
Yes, but Lay Day likes that one, so
Okay, yeah, yeah. I know a lot of people like that. They're like, oh, I know it sucks, but I like it. It's weird.
this is
Some
true.
movies are,
Psycho House would be cool, except for all those goddamn stairs for shit for
yeah,
sure.
yeah, yeah. That would get annoying real quick, especially when you're
Imagine
moving
bringing the
in.
ocean.
Yeah, you're
Yeah,
moving in.
you
Bring
need
a couch.
one of those gremlin chairs. Oh, Captain's frozen. Am I frozen? Is
Yeah,
Captain frozen?
yeah, yeah.
Who's
You
frozen?
do.
Somebody frozen?
Nope, you're frozen.
Hmm.
I'm not frozen. You're frozen.
You look frozen to me.
You're frozen to me. Am I frozen to you?
I don't know.
Uh oh. Oh,
I'm a
well,
I'm
you're
a
not
carbon
moving, so
scenario.
you're frozen to me.
Oh shit! You know what? You're on a Con
Oh,
Air type
you're back.
flight with all horror villains on the Con Air flight.
Hmm.
It crashes. And some escape. Food is
Okay,
scarce.
this is
Rescue not likely. Lots of snow.
uh,
Which villains do you hunt first?
like hunt
And
to eat. Is that what you mean? Like, or just
I'm going to let Captain Adam answer that question. I'm just going to run and get my beer out the deep freeze before it's frozen.
okay? Rob will be right back, folks. He's going to get a brewski. Yeah. If you mean like villain to hunt to eat them for my survival, like in alive, which is a good question, by the way. Or if you mean just like hunt them so they don't cause me trouble down the road. I'm going to ask. I'm going to answer with the latter. If I can just get them out of the way so they don't cause me trouble. I would do. I would take Leatherface out first because he's always just frightened me. I don't like chainsaws. Chainsaws frighten me, which they should. They're very dangerous. I don't know. Like Jason, it kind of seems like you could sort of manipulate him to actually help you take out the other ones, and then you just take him out. Well, you could try to take him out. I mean, how many times have they taken Jason out and it just didn't work, did it? Yeah, so I'm going with Leatherface first because I don't. I mean, I like him, but I don't like him. I wouldn't want to hang out with him. He
You
frightens
only
me.
need the only thing you need to control Jason is you need a blonde wig and a white knit sweater.
Mm,
You put that shit on, you're like, Jason, mom's super
Jason,
proud of you now. Go and kill all these people and get me some food and then slice it up and cook it nice and all that stuff. And
you
he's
know,
going to do it. He's going to do it.
yeah, Jason, I want you to go kill and grill Pinhead for Mother.
And he'd be like, he'll go
Yeah,
do
I
it.
mean, do it. Well, the great thing about Pinhead is he's already like an hors d'oeuvre. He's already got like the pins in him, so you can just like eat it off a platter.
And dog's
Like
definitely having a beer.
like pigs in a blanket.
Corey says, yep, false advertising. Going to take care.
Oh, I see.
Going to be taking off the beard soon.
Well, it looks great. It looks like you're a guest preacher at a church
But it
in that
might
picture.
make a comeback.
Yeah.
Beard always
Stop
does.
by this. Stop by this Sunday for Reverend Corey Wilkins, and I would go. I would totally go.
Would you, if Rick Moranis said no to Barney, would you put Martin Short in there?
Barney. Barney.
Flintstones, yeah.
Oh, for some reason I was thinking of the dinosaur. I was like, something I don't know about Barney the Purple Dinosaur. Like, was Rick Moranis the voice? I didn't know this, but no, he's not. What was the choice? If he didn't, Martin Short.
Martin Short instead of Barney. Instead of Rick Moranis.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of thought Rick Moranis was always a weird choice for that role anyway. Like, why
I
Rick
agree.
Moranis? Why Rick
I mean, I
Moranis
guess
is Barney?
he did the best he could, but I mean, it is weird. It is a
Yeah,
bit weird.
I just thought that was weird. Like, I don't know, it's a strange casting choice.
It's just as weird as who's the other Barney that they cast that was weird? With the Baldwin dude, isn't he?
Oh, you mean for the
Baldwin?
sequel? The
Yeah,
sequel, Rock Vegas.
like the blonde Baldwin guy.
Yeah, that was it was Steven. Wasn't it Steven? Yeah, Steven. Well, that might have just been a favor. Like, oh, we feel bad for you,
That's
Steven.
not the best choice as well. You know what I mean?
We're gonna give you. Well, they shouldn't have made that. I mean, the whole movie was not a best choice. They should have said, we should cut our losses and not make a sequel to Flintstones.
Yeah, rest in peace, Wings Hauser. You got,
Yeah,
favorite of his flicks. You got any VHS handy?
I don't. You know what? I couldn't tell you any of my favorite flicks. I'm not too familiar with the work, so I just saw a post today about his passing and all the movies that he was in. I was like, I haven't seen any of those films.
I do have a favorite. I don't know if it's a favorite, but there's one I really like. I can't remember the title of it now. I'll think about it as we go. Swipe text isn't going well for me now. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I usually use voice text on my phone, and as you can tell by the way I talk, so some people get interesting messages from me.
It's probably a mistake. Yeah, yeah. I know the old phone I had that enabled, but the new phone I got a couple years ago, I didn't even bother setting it up. I was like, that's just problematic. I was like, I'm not even going to worry about dictation because it's like every time I said something and didn't understand what I said, and then I'm sending some message that's like, just completely weird gibberish, and they text me back, have you been drinking? And it's like, no, it's just forget it. I'll just text you. You know what? I'll just call you. Okay, how about that? Remember when we called people?
Yes. See, but you could become friends with Leatherface. He's misunderstood.
I don't know, man. I don't know. I just don't know. I don't know if I could. I don't know if I can trust him. I've been hurt before.
See, Stacey thinks your answer to getting Jason to help is a good answer.
Yeah. I think you could probably do the same with Michael Myers. I think Michael Myers could be easily manipulated as well. But you're taking a risk either way, I mean, at any moment he could just plunge something sharp into your sternum, and that's going to be about it.
I missed the deadly wooden playground from McDonald's.
Yeah, wood. You had wood. We had rusty steel where I grew up. Everything was a danger zone. We loved it.
When my kids were young and they went to McDonald's, it was like some kind of like more of a jungle gym slide kind of thing, where they could run through and crawl through stuff, and they had like.
Well, you had the indoor playland, as they called it through the 90s.
Yeah, I guess that's what it is.
Yeah, like through the 80s, that wasn't even a thing. It was just they're just like playgrounds outside with like Grimace on a slide or, any other characters.
I want Blade Runner myself, Cap.
Sharp steel slides and swings and great stuff, man. Great stuff.
All the questions like we get lost in the questions because there's so many, and next thing you know, go back. I don't know what the person's talking about.
Blade Runner. What would Larry be referring to? I'm trying to think back what we were just talking about. What were we talking about? Oh, you mean like futuristic stuff? Yeah, I think that's what he's talking about. We're talking about communist.
Says the RoboCop pinball machine is amazing.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Have you ever seen The Dirty Harry one's pretty good too. You know what? Actually, they're all really fun. I mean, to tell you the truth, they all have their own little gimmicks. They'll, they're different ways to play them. It's always
Pinball's fun.
nice. Pinballs are great, man.
Pinball's fun. I rather they're not my favorite kind of arcade. I prefer
Mhm.
regular arcade before pinball, but I mean pinball's fun sometimes.
Yeah, you need to understand. Like, it's not just random, hitting the ball, whatever. That's not like
No,
they always
I
have
know.
like a certain games you have to play in the game itself, and that's hard
Yeah, yeah.
enough.
You're trying to hit lanes. You're trying to send the ball in certain
Yeah.
areas and get points and blah 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 blah. Blah. Yeah,
Oh, it,
there's a method to the mayhem, but just that you know.
well, a lot of people just think like, oh, pinball is just random. Like, no, it's not. Like, you have to understand it. And it's funny, like in a pinball game, when you're hitting like ramps, you're hitting it all day long, like it's your job, But as soon as you have to hit that ramp to get certain points or a jackpot, you
Hmm.
can't hit it to save your life. I hate that.
That's correct.
The woes of pinball.
Make sure to sell them off
Yeah.
before
You
Last
know what
Jedi.
the best I think one of the I don't
I'm not
think
even sure what he's talking about.
what's he talking about? Man, I'm trying to remember what we talked about.
Holy fuck! There's another pop quiz going on in here. Holy shit!
I can't remember. Larry, if you would please refresh us on what you were speaking of Star Wars memorabilia. Oh, I know what he's talking about. Me going back in time to buy a bunch of Star Wars toys to
Ah,
save
there you
them for
go.
the future.
There you go. There
Okay.
you
Yes, I would sell them all. I would sell them all probably right after episode 3 was released.
go. Hmm.
Pre Disney uh, stuff, because that's when I think it was at its peak. Now I think Star Wars is so oversaturated and just so crap anymore. Nobody cares about Star Wars.
Yeah,
Honestly, I don't think anybody cares about Star Wars anymore.
here's the question we were missing. Professor asked which pinball machine you would buy if you had the
Hmm.
money.
Yeah.
Elvira,
Um, hmm.
TMNT, Simpsons, or Jurassic Park?
Let's see. I'm going to go with Elvira because that's well. There was actually 2 Elviras, Professor. So please specify which ones you wanted. There was Elvira, Mistress of the Night, and then there was Elvira and the Party Monsters, both by Williams Company. Both are very, very fun. I don't, it's hard to say which one I like better. Both released in the '80s. I think 2 or 3 years apart from each other. I think Elvira and the Party Monsters is probably more fun by a very, very slim margin. They're both really fun.
Everybody's
You know,
agreeing with you, Elvira.
because they're really sought after tables too. It would have to be some money.
All right, let's get down here and see if we can get some relevant questions. Or I'd like me some Elvira. You know what I'm saying? Oh yeah, we're talking about going back in time. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, thank you.
Thanks for finding this, Lendoc.
So we're like, speaking of going back in time. Geez, we're like 3 years in the future now.
Michael Caine should have been in the Star Wars movies? Question mark.
Not bad. Not bad. That wouldn't have been a bad casting choice. I think he would have fit in very well. He could have been an Imperial officer. He could have been,
Yeah,
um,
I agree.
Admiral Piet.
Eyes agrees.
Yeah.
So where are we at
Yeah.
underneath here now? Okay, yeah. So we're pretty much here we go. If Francis McDormand could substitute for Jamie Lee Curtis in Halloween movies going forward, would you do that?
I do that going forward as the same character. No, never replace a character. Never replace an actor, especially
Yeah.
not a character like that.
So that pretty much answers this question too.
Yeah, unless you're doing like a remake, like another like remake where you're just completely wiping the board clean and making a new universe, then sure. And sure, Kevin Pollak as Loomis, that would work. I think that would work. That's not bad.
How about this one here? Who would you rather work alongside in a cubicle with, Vakeman or Bowfinger?
Bakeman. Yeah.
I mean, I'm going to say Vakeman, but I mean, Bowfinger would be interesting.
Yeah, I think Bakeman would be a better time.
What other actors would you have picked for Kingpin? The movie Kingpin? or the character Kingpin.
Yes,
I'm
it's very
assuming the character.
we need specificities
I'm assuming the character
with the
Kingpin.
actors.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Hmm. Well, I mean, if you're talking about Kingpin, the villain,
yeah.
yeah, the movie. What the
Oh, the
movie?
movie.
The bowling movie?
Okay. Hmm.
Nobody, man. You can't.
No, man,
How can you recast the? Well, come on, man. Bill
that's a
Murray,
tough question. I don't think you could. I
Woody
don't know if I'd
Harrelson,
want to. Yeah, and
fucking Quaid.
yeah,
Maybe the
is it
other
Randy
guys
or
you could
Daniel?
recast, but you couldn't recast. You can't recast Ernie McCracken. You kidding me?
No, yeah, I got to tell you, Lynn Dog, I can't answer that question.
No.
I don't know who you would. I really
Mm.
don't. If it was like a parallel universe kind of thing,
Tim Robbins in Kingpin for the Quaid role. Yeah. Well, I mean, I guess he could do that.
yeah, that's okay. That's a good start.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll go with Tim Robbins for Quaid.
Okay.
Quaid,
We'll allow it. We'll allow it.
Quaid, turn on the reactor, Tim Robbins.
She got another one. Matthew Modine as Woody Harrelson's role. I don't know
Mm-hmm.
about that. Can you see Matthew Modine doing the scene with the landlady?
Nah, I don't know. I don't know.
I don't think
It's
so.
no, I don't know.
No.
I don't know anymore.
It's close, but no. Access
Yeah, I
denied.
don't. Yeah, yeah,
We wouldn't want to either,
yeah.
Rodney
That was a hard
Dangerfield
question.
has big Ern McCracken. Wow. I mean, if a fit Rodney Dangerfield, I'd put him in anything. I would put him in.
Yeah. Well, I think maybe the question could be rephrased to a bit to be more easily answered if we would cast it, say in like 1985. If Kingpin was made in 1985, who would you cast? Maybe that's an easier question, and
That's
for which I'm
that
going
is
to
also a
ask.
good question because Rodney Dangerfield as Big Ern would be great.
Yeah, I think Dangerfield and that would be okay. And
I
hmm,
love Rodney Dangerfield, so I mean,
hmm, who else though? who who would you do instead of Woody Harrelson?
instead of Woody Harrelson, that's a hard one.
Yeah, yeah, that's.
We need some answers on Woody Harrelson, people. We're not
Yeah,
moving
what do
on.
you think?
We're
We're
not
gonna.
moving on to the cable guy yet. We're not moving on to the cable guy until we find out who we're going to replace Woody Harrelson with.
Yeah, if Kingpin was cast and made in 1985 or 86, who would you cast? Let us know. It's audience participation time. We can't do it all here, folks. It's got to be a lot on you. This is a group effort.
Wouldn't it be funny to see Michael J. Fox play that part?
Yeah, that'd be. You know what? That's not bad. See, that's not bad. See,
That'd be funny.
yeah, that's not bad.
Bobcat.
Yeah,
Bobcat.
that's not. There we go. That's it. Yep.
Ben Stiller.
In '85, he would have been like what 10?
William Cat or Cat Williams?
Yeah, Bobcat Goldthwait. That's a good answer. That's a good answer.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, that would have been great because that's like, sort of like when he was really starting to get churning.
William Cat or Jeff Bridges. Hold on, where are we going back? I can't forget where we were here. Okay, Rodney Dangerfield is Big Ern. There, back to Landog on his cable guy. What are you guys' thoughts on the cable guy?
I
They
I
liked
like
it.
it. Yeah, yeah, it's definitely a dark comedy. Yeah, I liked it. Saw it in the theater. Saw it at Long Meadow Theater, as I always talk about on the show, for 75 cents Wednesday night, 75-cent movie night. That was one of the many films I've saw that I've seen at that beloved, now defunct theater, long since defunct theater. But yeah, I always kind of liked that movie, and I thought the people that crapped on it, I was like, no, that's not. I don't know why. Why don't you like this? I don't understand why people don't like this movie. It's like,
Yeah, same here, man. I mean, maybe the delivery might have been off for some people, but I mean, it's funny as hell. There's so many funny scenes in that movie. There's so much.
Yeah.
I don't know how you cannot like that. How could you like Dumb and Dumber and not like Cable Guy?
Yeah, it's like I don't understand. It's like, why didn't you like this movie? Of all the stuff that Kerry was churning out at that time, he was like
Mm-hmm.
It's arguable that was peak. That was peak Jim Carrey. Like
Oh yeah, for sure.
that time frame, like mid-90s. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Why didn't people like that movie? I don't understand. Like, okay,
That
what
movie's
because he
hilarious. I love Cable Guy. Love it. So
what because he's not being like Ace Ventura? Come on,
yeah,
guys, broaden your horizons a little bit more. You know, I don't know.
like watching Ace Ventura 2 is a perfect example of somebody giving Hollywood what they wanted.
Yes. Well, you've heard that, right? That he didn't even want to do it, but he had to. You've heard that story?
Yeah, well, yeah, and it looks exactly
Yeah.
like that because he gave them
Yeah.
exactly what they wanted. Way too much already thens,
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
and exaggerated everything that didn't need to be exaggerated, and it was like
Yeah.
I watched the movie. I love. I mean, I love
It's
Jim
got
Carrey.
some funny parts in it. It's like when he's coming out of the rhino, like when he's
Yeah,
like, I mean, you can't. That's probably one of the funniest moments in cinematic history.
yeah, there
Um,
are some good parts in it, but I mean, it's just the
yeah. I
exaggeration
mean,
of the character.
yeah. It's like too much. Like it's too much, and
Oh,
I mean, it's a perfect example of just like milking a cow dry, where it's like, oh, the first one did well. Let's do the second one, and of course they had the cartoon show based on it and all this stuff. And it's like, come on, guys. The
In
first one
Ace
is really
Ventura
all you needed.
1, in part
Yeah.
1, there were times where he acted normal.
Yes, he was tolerable. I thought in part one, and
In part 2, there are 0 times where he acts normal.
no, I couldn't. I watched it. I think probably was it last year, relatively recently. I watched it again, and I was like, you know what? I don't think I can finish watching this movie. He's just kind of intolerable in it. And I should
I
say
get
this,
that.
and I'm gonna go on a limb here. I'm gonna say this. I've noticed this too about since we're talking about Jim Carrey, Batman Forever. Let me just say this: everybody hates on that movie, and you should, but I don't think it would be that bad if it wasn't for Jim Carrey. Jim Carrey ruins that movie for me. I know that's a stretch to say because everything ruins that movie. But if like he wasn't in it and was somebody else, I think it would be a little bit more tolerable. I really do, just a little bit more tolerable because
What do you
you
think?
talk about overacting. You
I
talk
was
about
gonna say,
overacting.
you think he's overacting and he's just over the top?
Oh yes, like it's like okay, did you like tone it down just a little bit, dude? Like what's going on here? You know what I mean?
I can
Just a
hear that.
little bit. Just a smidgen. You know what I mean? Like, I don't, that's just my opinion.
No, I hear that, man.
Yeah.
And obviously they've people joked or jokingly called him an overactor. Like if you ever watched the blooper parts of Liar Liar,
Yes. Oh, yeah. I've seen that. Yeah, that's funny.
when him and the lawyer are going back calling each other names or something like that, and she says overactor, and he's like,
Yeah. Yeah. Then he cracks up.
yeah, and he starts
Yeah,
laughing.
but the thing is, it's like that's but you can't blame him for that. That's what he was directed to do. That's what he was instructed to do. That's what the producer said. Hey, you know what? We're going to have him in this movie, but here's what we want you to do. We want you to act like this, be zany, and it's like he was just
Yeah,
doing what he was instructed to do.
exactly. What if it's a bit much? I agree, but I mean,
Yeah. But then you watch his dramas and you're like, I love this guy. Like, The Truman Show, Man on the Moon, all that stuff. Like, it's terrific. I thought, you know,
number 23.
even Bruce Almighty. That's a great Jim Carrey film.
Yeah, that's a good one.
I think so, at least. Yeah. Yeah.
Would you rather be a deep fake Pluto Nash or the Mariner or Mariner or Gareth and Roy Hobbs?
Mariner.
Is that Gareth? Okay.
Would I personally rather be in a deep fake version of those films? I don't have an answer.
I love Pluto
Sorry,
Nash, so I'm
you
going to
stumped
say
me on
Pluto
that
Nash
one.
right away.
Yeah,
Pluto Nash.
I'll just go with Pluto Nash too. Sorry, not really
Let's see, where
sure.
we going? Where we going here? Leslie Nielsen. Leslie Nielsen. Leslie
For
Nielsen.
Kingpin?
Oh, yeah. Speaking of Ben Stiller, has anyone been watching? No, I have not.
Nope, sorry.
It's Elliot.
Chris
Elliott.
Elliott. Yeah, you know what? That's not bad. That's a good answer. If Kingpin was released when it was released, Chris Elliott, he would be a good substitute.
Okay, who did? Here's one question for you. Who did Pirates better, Matthau or Tommy Lee Jones in that one Pirates movie, Nate and something?
I don't know what you're talking about. I'm sorry. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know. Did you know? Did you know any what
They're
you're talking
pirate
about?
movies, I suppose. I'm not sure what pirate movies she's referring to.
Yeah,
But
I don't know. I'm sorry.
have you
Is
ever
it?
seen a pirate movie with Tommy Lee Jones in it?
I haven't. It doesn't mean it doesn't exist. But I don't know what you're talking about. I'm sorry. Oh, don't
Tommy Lee
Google it.
Jones
Oh,
pirate movie.
you know something.
Nate and
Oh,
Hayes.
well, Nate and Hayes. He was right about that. I never heard of it. I don't know. Sorry.
93.
I'll have to check it out. I guess. Tommy Lee Jones
93.
pirate
I've
movie.
never seen that movie. I didn't even know that exists.
Very, very interesting. I'll have to check that out.
You got Tommy Lee Jones with a beard in the pictures for that.
Wow. I don't think I've ever seen Tommy Lee Jones with a beard.
No, that's what I'm saying.
Thank you for pointing that movie out to us, Stacy.
Yeah, at the time, Kerry was on fire.
Well, yeah. Yes, and good for him, of course. I mean, he was
Oh,
great in Earth Girls Are Easy. Earth Girls Are Easy. Great film.
this is pretty cool. 80s cable guy with Robin Williams.
Sure. Yeah. Not bad. Not bad.
If Yogi's Ark is made into a live action movie for action movie fan, captain audition for the other boat captain.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
They should have. I'm going to say this. They should have made the mask. They did make the mask too.
Yeah.
But not with Jim
They
Carrey. They
did make
didn't. But
Yeah,
it's
they did
actually
make the
with.
mask.
It's with. What's his name? Fucking Kennedy. What's his
Yeah.
name?
Jamie Kennedy?
Jamie Kennedy. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Speaking of movies they shouldn't have made.
It's like the son of Mask or something like that.
Or maybe Lindog meant to say they should not have made. Maybe he forgot the not.
That's probably what he
happened.
said. That's probably what he meant to say because that's
Yeah,
a
that
correct
happens.
statement.
We all leave out very important words in our writing many
Correct
times.
statement. They shouldn't have made Mask 2. That's one hell of a, that's for sure.
Because wasn't that the Son of Mask, or was
Yeah,
that
it's
even
the
like
son of Mask.
was it the Son of Mask, or was that the third one? Because I think did
No,
they
it
make
was part
3 of
two.
them?
I'm pretty sure it was part
Yeah.
two. Is there a third one?
Is there a third one? 'Cause I think there is a third one. I think it's
I
Son of
hope not.
Mask. I think it was direct to video.
You know what? I'm unaware, and I'm going to stay unaware.
Yeah, blissfully unaware.
Yeah.
Blissfully unaware.
Live action Heathcliff and
Yeah. You mean
as
like
a
live
child
action? As you remember that show, Rob? Remember that show? Cartoon?
actor.
Yeah. It was great.
Who do
I
you
used to
cast
watch all.
as Mondo and Riff Raff?
Okay, so
Eddie Murphy and
but how would you want to do it? Would you want to do it in like the '89 Turtles film, where it's like people in costume? Excuse me, people in like really realistic costumes with animatronic heads, or would you do it like Cats the musical, where it's like makeup?
I like the first option. Sounded pretty cool.
Yeah, so you would just do like your voices.
Yeah.
Oh man, that's who would you? Man, always with the crippling questions here on the show. Man, Riff Raff.
I got an excellent question for you right after this. So
Mm,
I hope you're ready.
Probably not ready. Riff Raff, maybe. Maybe Winslow. Who's the guy that played Winslow in Police Academy? What is his name? Oh man, what is his name?
Winslow. Google time. Winslow from Police Academy.
Mm.
Michael Winslow or the actor?
Yeah, Michael Winslow. That's his actual name. I thought it was his
That's the name, yeah.
character's name. I'm an asshole.
He played.
I think
No.
Jones, Larvell Jones,
Yes, it.
Monsignor.
Yes,
Larvell
it's
Jones.
Monsignor Larvell Jones. That's right. That's correct.
That's right, Aaron. Yeah, I think he would be an all right riffraff. Mondo though, I don't know who Mondo would be. Mm.
Holy smokes, man! I'm trying to catch up to the bottom. It doesn't stop.
Oh, maybe John Candy.
There
I
we
don't
go.
know.
Big Don's in here with the Michael Winslow. I should
Hey,
have
what's
just pressed
going
the
on,
bottom.
buddy?
Everybody knows the answer, so I was like,
Don, I hope you're doing well, man. Congratulations on everything. I hear things are really taking off. Like
"How you
you've
doing, brother?
a lot
No
of life
problem,
changes.
bro. Thanks for stopping by to chat.
Yeah, hope everything's going well for you, man. God bless you, buddy.
I would like to tell you to stop having streams so goddamn late at night, but I mean, hey, you gotta do what you gotta do.
Well, look at this channel's title, Night Owl Movie Talk.
Yeah, well, yeah, I know, but I mean, like, sometimes
It's like,
I do stay up late. Sometimes now I stay up late and I'm waiting. I'm looking around.
yeah.
Nothing's going on. Nothing ever
What's
going on
funny?
when I'm staying up late. When I go to bed
What's
early,
funny, like
everybody's out.
I'm it's late here on the VHS pirate ship. I just laid down. Oh, I just settled my head for a long winter's nap here in my quarters. It's like, it's a little after midnight. Then I get the notification because I do actually get your notifications, Night Owl, unlike most of the other channels I subscribe to. Certainly Gareth, I never get his notifications, but I'll get a notification that your live stream just started. I'm like, oh man, it's midnight, and I'm like, I like my nightcap on, and like I'm not gonna be able to hang in for this. So I'll tune in for a couple minutes. Then I was like, I gotta chime out because I need my sleep.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, man, but you definitely have the time slot. People love that late stuff. They do. Not us though. I'm sorry, not us.
I'm usually out by then, man. I wake up in the morning and I always see a stream. I'm like, God damn you!
Yep, missed it.
Damn you now! Not so much
Or
like that.
darn you to
like
heck. Well, you should do that.
Whatever.
Yeah, you should do that. You should get it off your chest. Oh, you cold?
Somebody told me once that I should be more vulgar, so.
No, I didn't say that.
Oh,
I know you're your own passive aggressive. Yeah, your own passive aggressive way. You're casting shade. I didn't say that. I said more zany or something like that or something. Who cares?
Zany. Sorry, zany.
Yeah. See, that's good. See, that's gonna be a soundbite. Yeah. See. Oh, you cold? Are you cold, Rob? Put your hood up.
It's a basement. It's a basement shop I got, eh?
Yeah. And Rob, why don't you? Are those hoodies available for purchase yet, or is that still a prototype?
This is still a prototype, but I will have merch for purchase once I hit certain milestones on my channel. You understand what I'm saying?
So, in other words, never.
What? Oh,
that's
unreal.
Yeah.
I can't believe you just did that to me right now.
Well, YouTube's harsh, man. YouTube's harsh.
Shit.
I think it's hard, except for
I appreciate you being raw with me, keeping me real like that, Captain.
Yeah, except for Larry and Pugwall. Oh, they got shops on their channels. We can't.
Listen, public service announcement time.
Yeah.
/ Captain Adam rant.
Yeah, let us have it.
If you people like to watch actual good content, like stuff that's informative, that's well thought out and properly made, please go and check out Captain's history of videos. 5 years of making excellent quality content.
Oh, you're too kind.
Man have enough watch time to be putting fucking whatever he wants attached to his channel. So
yeah, all I ask is I don't. Yeah, I just ask to have my shop available on the channel. I want to just sell shirts, and just because it's up there doesn't mean I'm going to sell them. But that's all I want. I don't care about being monetized. Like, just at least give me enough so I can sell shirts. I have a Teespring shop. I have like tons of shirts.
Watch hours.
Yeah, it's all about watch hours. That's how it goes. But it is how it is, man.
I rant over there. That's why I had to get that out there.
Yeah, but you do have a Teespring shop, don't you? Like people can visit you.
I do, but I mean, I don't know. It's whatever. I don't really back it. I don't really promote it. I don't really care about it.
Yeah, they make it hard. That's what they do.
Yeah.
They make it's very difficult to promote stuff on Teespring.
You know what? I'd rather just like try to like maybe have it on my channel in some kind of way. And even if not, if I had enough demand, if I had people like email Rob's Vintage Video email, if people were emailing me and saying, "Rob, I want this, I want that, or whatever," I would get it. I would make it and I would send it. But
Yeah,
I'm not
yeah.
really
I mean, I
advertising.
know. Well, I know, like on your channel description, you can put like links to like your shops, but that's it. Like, who's going to look there though? Nobody looks in that. Like, you know what I mean? Your channel description. Who looks at your channel description? Nobody. But you can do that.
Yeah.
But well, anyway, that's a
Well,
rant.
I might do that,
Nobody.
but I mean,
Nobody
I'm just waiting to like try to get to the right position, and
yeah,
'cause I got a bunch of cool shit that's going to be available. So, and I
yeah,
can't really get it. I can't make it the way I want to make it on those sites, like on the Teespring or whatever. You know what I mean?
yeah. Teespring's very, 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 very picky. I'll tell you this much. Can I tell you this story? I'm going to tell you a story about Teespring.
Tell me a story, please.
Uh, I'll, I'll tell everybody a story out there. Teespring is very, very strict when it comes to anything copyright, anything. Like, if they even get a sense of any kind of copyright claim, they're like, nope. I made a shirt one time. Oh, sorry. A shirt design one time that just said simply, yes, I collect VHS, and no, I'm not interested in your Disney tapes. Like, no, I don't want your Disney tapes or something like that. It was just like a phrase. And it didn't have the Disney logo. I just had Disney written out. Disney in words. It's a word. It's a name. Disney, right?
Yeah.
They shot me down. They shot me down for a copyright claim. You can't even say Disney without them having a problem with it.
Well, I
So,
made the T-shirt. Tapeoids do it beta
yes, beta. Yeah.
With Arnold's image, and I published it and everything, and it's there.
That's amazing to me because he's very strict about his likeness.
I've got no
Yeah.
message from there. If you there's a link on my page on YouTube, you go and you find the link on my posts. The shirt is there.
Because I did a shirt with him on it. Was something from the Predator set, and they wouldn't let me do it. I had to actually like put like glowing eyes, like I had to alter the photo for them to actually accept it. That was the only way it could be done. But other than that, no, they wouldn't let it happen. So good for you. I'm glad they
Well, I mean, so
relinquished
far,
their.
but nobody's like.
Yeah.
What's that? My buddy Matt Pugwall bought a T-shirt of mine from that Teespring or whatever it was, T something site that I have there.
Mm-hmm.
I have no record of that. It doesn't say nothing. I go there, it doesn't say a shirt was bought, doesn't say anything. So
Yeah, it's weird to use.
yeah,
Yeah, that's a weird site, especially like if you don't use a desktop. All they are is a desktop version, even though they should have a mobile version because everybody's on their phones. Like, why wouldn't you have a mobile version of your site? Like, it doesn't make any sense to me. It doesn't have to be an app. Just have a mobile version of your site. Like, are you not a major company? Like, what's everybody's on their phone?
I do it on my phone. I do it on my phone, but I
Yeah,
mean, the app
it
is not
glitches
perfect.
out.
It's not made for phone for sure because it doesn't work
Yes,
properly.
yeah, it's a desktop. Like every time I get on there, it like glitches out, like major. I have to like reload like a billion times before I can actually get it right. So, but you know what? The good people did not come here to hear us complain about Teespring.
They
Everybody
didn't.
left. Yeah, everybody left.
I
Not
don't know.
any
We still
viewers.
got about 10 people hanging out.
Yeah, they just left their phones on.
It's
They
going
don't
up and
care.
down. You know, they're like these guys are getting on our nerves.
Hmm.
Make a videotape shaped house.
Interesting. Out of videotapes? That'd be cool. It's a double whammy.
But a house like shaped like a videotape, but not out of tapes, just a house built in the shape of a videotape.
Well, I'm saying I'm going one higher. Be like, you can do that shaped like a videotape, but made out of videotapes. What do
No,
you
I'm
think?
just saying, like, how would you lay it out? Like, I mean, what would be the obviously it'll be rectangle, but I mean,
Yes, but it couldn't be too deep though. It couldn't be too wide. I guess it'd just be like a real, really thin house. But it
would
would
you
get
have like crazy hallways that were circular on each side and like some kind of open area
sure.
in the middle to make it look like a
Yeah,
videotape from above or something? Or
yeah, yeah. Do that. Yeah,
you know what I mean?
you could figure that out. You could figure that. You have to figure that out. Be like on its
The
side, but then
outside
you'd
is
be really susceptible. No, the outside of shape does that. So it'd be setting up or like laying down. You see it from the top. Because if it was setting up on its side, it could get blown over by the wind.
this is
You
true.
know,
This is true.
or a big bad wolf.
And you don't want that. Yes, a big bad wolf will do the same. That's right.
I I specifically heard a story about that once. That big bad wolves are problematic to household structures.
Freddie needs a manicure, or what else do you do?
What else? What do you do? Well, I think you're screwed. You're screwed either way. So just give it
Maybe
to them. You know, at least you can go out being productive.
you're making a '90s movie at an Italian deli. Who do you cast as Danny Aiello or James Gandolfini?
Can we do both? I want to do both. I want to see them
Yeah,
both
why
in a
not?
film.
Why not?
Yeah, yeah.
All right.
I would have loved to see them both in a film together.
Carl Winslow from Family Matters. Who knows what you're referring to at this point, but yes.
Now he was talking about casting in the Heathcliff movie.
Oh, okay. There you go. Is the closing credit song for Police Academy 1 underrated?
Huh.
Is it one of the top 40 movie closing credit songs ever? I enjoy that one. Do you?
Yeah, I'd say it's underrated. I mean, but the thing is, back then though, it was so easy to be underrated. There was like, you talk about oversaturated songs for movies back then. Oh my goodness! Like they would always like have like some like one hit wonder guy, have a song or write a song, or they purchased their song for the film, thinking it would be better, bigger than it was, but it never really took off. Of course, the film took off, but the ending credit song, a lot of people probably don't even know it.
Hmm.
But yeah, I would say it's underrated. Yeah.
Hmm. I don't know about
Yeah.
the top 40 and all that stuff, but I mean, like, it's
Yeah.
kind of hard to answer that question because all those sounds that she's referring to are things that are nostalgic to me, and I like. They could be terrible. I still
Yeah, I
like them.
know. Yeah. It's all it's subjective. It's subjective. Oh,
Yeah,
it's
it's kind
subjective.
of hard to say.
It's subjective. Yeah.
I think it's awesome. Other people are like, what? No one gives a
Yeah.
shit. But I mean, I think it's great. But
Yeah.
who knows? All right, what we got here? Oh.
No, sorry, blue.
Sacre bleu. Là.
Mm.
Sydney Sweeney is said to be considering a romantic
Oh
comedy.
man, that really stinks too. I'm sorry.
Oh, it's a smelly burp.
Yeah, well, I got like a jar of pickled garlic the other day.
I can imagine this.
Delicious,
Oh,
delicious. The pickled garlic cloves. Oh man, delicious.
yes, I agree. I'm just saying,
I
I
mean,
can imagine the smell of that
I
burp.
am. Yes, yes, it's toxic. But I am on a ship at sea, basically by myself, so it doesn't really matter. However, if you're going on a date with somebody, I certainly would not recommend eating
No.
pickled garlic cloves.
Yeah, wait till after the date for that one.
Yeah, wait till after the date. But it is delicious and very good for you too. Good for the blood. Good for the heart.
Jeez, yeah, it is. I mean, I like pickled. We talked about this a lot of times. I think last
Yeah.
week, or whatever.
Yes, we did.
I enjoy pickled things.
Yes, I am working on a new highlight video, and there is a segment dedicated entirely to pickle clips.
I bet there
In
is.
in which there are many pickle clips, and this will be included in that video as well. So this is great stuff. Timestamp.
As soon as I started talking about the pickled stuff, the first thing I thought to myself was, okay,
Oh yeah, he's pulling this.
highlight reels.
Yeah.
Rob
Well,
and
it's funny.
pickles.
Like we talk about pickles in like one part of the show, and then later down the road in the show, we start talking about pickles again. It's funny. Like there's like two farms I can
They
get
come
the
back.
pickle clip. Yeah, two pickle clip farms,
They
and
were
now I have
Australian
another one.
pickles. They're Australian
Yeah.
pickles with a boomerang effect.
Yeah, yeah. All pickled kangaroo feet.
Oh, this is one.
Oh,
This one.
yep. Lady, she's a pickle fan. What did
Are
Lady say
y'all
about
pumped for the
pickles?
new Toxic Avenger? I am. I would love to see the
Wait,
new Toxic Avenger.
wait. What did Lady say about pickles? Because she loves pickles. I know this from last week's show. What did she both?
What if you both enjoy pickled garlic cloves? Question mark. The kisses would
That
taste so
is,
much sweeter or garlicky. Yeah. The couple together for sure. That's the best way to do it.
yeah, but okay. But here's the thing, though. Here's the thing. That's a lot different than a burp of it, though, right? Like you you
Well,
can
yeah.
like garlic.
Even if you're both eating garlic, if
Yeah,
someone burps
I
in their
don't
nose,
think
you're like, oh,
I don't think you're going to appreciate the belch version of that because that's like a a digested version. So yeah, I like where you're going with that, Lay Day. I understand the concept, but I still think like it would be a bit offensive to the nostrils. Yeah, but I understand what you mean, though. Yeah.
I love me some garlic, though, man.
Oh yeah. Well, especially it would matter a lot if you were dating a vampire. That's when it really comes into play. Yeah. Oh, and a Lay Day, man,
Ugh.
that's kinky. That's kinky.
Oh,
Oh yeah. Oh, stop turning me on.
oh my gosh. Ugh.
Oh, we're having fun.
I had pasta. I had penne. I had penne with meat sauce and meatballs for lunch.
Oh, you had that meat sauce. That meat sauce.
The bolognese.
Oh yeah, sticking to your ribs.
Okay, so when they say they won't make Napoleon Dynamite 2, are they just angling for bigger pay?
No, they're not going to do it because there's no reason to. And I think it's what the hell is this guy? What is his name? What is his name? The actor.
Oh, I don't remember his name, man.
Anyway, he had long since said like, no, I'm not going to do a sequel. There's no reason to.
I can't remember. Does anybody know his name? Want to put it in there fast? No, someone tell me his name.
Mm-hmm.
I very much like when somebody has enough balls to say we're not going to do a part 2 because this movie only needs one movie.
Yeah, I was just going to say that. I was just going to say that. I concur completely, my friend.
I enjoy
Yeah.
when they can say that because
Yeah.
if someone was to say that I'm 100% fine with that.
Yeah, I know that's what happened with.
But I wish it was not a part 2 and didn't keep going with.
Yes. I know that was the case for Elf. There was going to be. I know how much you like James Caan. I know we shouldn't bring it up, but they did want to do an Elf 2, but Farrell did not want to do it because he's like, there's no reason to. He never saw a script that he liked enough to do it, and he said, no, I'm not going to do it.
Yeah,
They said they said they offered him a lot of money as well, and he was like, no, I just don't want to do it because it wouldn't work.
It's just milking, man.
Yeah, and I love that. It's like I totally understand that. Like, you got to know when to call it quits. You got to know when to say enough's enough. You got to know when to say we just need one movie. That's it.
Minecraft movie looks like shite.
No interest in it whatsoever.
Who do you cast as Lassard?
Man, it's a good question.
Leslie Nielsen. Is he
Yeah,
still
but
alive?
he's dead.
Oh,
No,
he
he's
died.
dead.
That's right.
He passed away like 6 years ago.
Okay, so who's next in line when you're talking about an actor like that?
Everybody I'm thinking of is dead. Everybody, may they all rest in peace. I was thinking of maybe
but who's actually next in line? Like, who's actually next in line? Who's a living white-haired comedian? Chevy Chase?
That's a good choice.
Bill Murray?
No, Chevy Chase. I think Chevy Chase
Dan
would be good.
Aykroyd?
Oh, Chevy Chase would appreciate the work.
Mike Myers?
No, Chevy Chase. Chevy Chase. I
Lena
think Mike
Gardner?
Myers. I think Mike Myers should be Harris if they were to do the. Yeah,
Yeah, you see where I'm going with that.
I do. Yeah.
Okay, Lady A wouldn't do it. She said it would be funny though, but she wouldn't do it.
Oh.
Garlic is very healthy.
Yes.
I use garlic powder on all my Italian food. Although that would explain why I don't have any luck with the sexy, sexy vampire ladies.
Why did you read it like that?
That's how I feel like when I read Professor stuff. That's how I hear it in my head.
Yeah, but you've heard how he talks.
I know Professor, but I don't know.
But you've heard how he talks. Like, there's no reason to have a.
Well, I'm just trying to put drama on it. I
like it. That was in italics. That was in italics.
I'm not trying to do it. I'm like, if I was trying to do an impersonation of him, I guess that's probably as close as I've become. I don't know. I know it's probably
that was cool. That was like an audiobook reading of like Professor Macabro's like dialogue or like monologue. That was good. No, I don't. No, I didn't. I'm not saying I have a problem with it. I just was wondering why suddenly now.
I thought I'd put a little stank on it.
I like that. That's good. Speaking of garlic, right?
Yeah, you know.
Yeah. Professor,
I
I
think
should say that
bake lay a cake or
maybe,
something. I think we should bake leg. I think we should bake lay a cake or something.
yeah, make it a cake or something.
In Pedro's
I'll
voice,
join you.
I think we should bake lay a cake or something.
Yeah. Aren't you good at joining monsters and
You know
warriors
what I'm
and stuff
talking
like
about,
that?
man? You know that we should probably make a lay a cake or something.
Yeah. Yeah.
I should probably stop talking like this on a live stream. You know.
Yeah.
I think that's
Oh,
a common misconception about vampires, Professor.
what? Well, just because of Lost Boys, when he says garlic doesn't work, boys. I don't know. I wouldn't go by Lost Boys. I just heard that garlic it works against vampires.
Yeah, well, I was just watching Vampires today. What's that? The John is it John Carpenter the one with James Woods?
Yep.
In that
Yep.
one, in that one, they also say that that garlic doesn't work. They have the couple of the other things, but they don't have garlic.
I mean, I want to think it does work. I'm on board with the garlic working against vampires. That's all I'm saying. That's just my opinion. So,
You know what I'm saying?
and who knows? Maybe some vampires have built up an immunity to garlic. Hmm.
Oh, you want to bake me a cake, land doggy? That's so nice. My birthday is
Yeah.
coming up next month. I put a
What's
southern
good?
accent on that, and Lay Day is not from the south.
No, I don't know what's gotten into you.
I'm just trying to show you my range.
Yeah, yeah. It's very. You're very dynamic. I
Thank you.
like these. I
Oh,
like these dramatic.
you have so many looks.
Yes, you're talent, ladies and gentlemen, talent. Don't you know talent when you see it?
There was an animated series for Napoleon Dynamite that lasted one season.
I had no idea about that, and I'm sort of glad of that.
Now you know.
I had no idea. Thank you, Larry.
Yep. We can watch Halloween Resurrection together. Yeah. Good luck with that shit.
Yeah, Day. Why don't you let us know when your birthday is, or like do a stream or something, do a birthday show. Well, we like birthdays here, don't we, Rob?
Yes, we do. Don't bake lay into a
Into a
cake
cake.
like that poor girl from Adams.
That poor girl.
Yeah, don't. No, that's not. You don't want to put her in the cake.
Yeah,
No.
Lurch.
As a
Was
vampire,
she in the cake before you baked it?
you see, as a vampire, she can happily say that she enjoys garlic. What are you
But
going
are
to
you
say now?
full blood though? Are you full blood? I don't know. It might not be full blood. I don't know. There's differences. I mean, that's all I can say.
Oh, no, don't do that. I wouldn't love that for me. Not sure. Oh. Show us your best Jersey accent. Jersey
Yeah,
accent.
yeah.
What to talk like the Jersey Shore guys there? I guess just trying to talk Italian. Talk what Italian accent, you know. That's a little bit
Yeah,
more New York, I think. Eh?
it's more New York. It depends on how close you are to the river.
I don't
You
know.
know
I'm
what I
not
mean?
super good with accents. I can pull off an
Or
accent here and there, but
the Hudson, cross the river.
party's here. That's right.
Well, he's still here.
She's going to be doing a
And,
birthday Eve stream April 15th. Boom. There we
April
go.
15th. April 15th. Okay. Okay. Well, I'll I'll be hopefully I'll be notified by YouTube. Who knows? Who knows? You know what's funny today? Actually, I was notified about Gareth's stream as soon as it started by
I
YouTube.
saw you there.
I was like, I tuned in. I thinking like I was already 2 hours into the stream, knowing how YouTube notifies me. But I actually saw Gareth's introduction. I actually saw his intro video this time. I was like, all right, I'm in. Finally.
You lucky dog, you.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
You made it in. You're one of the guys now.
Oh, I'm in. I'm in. Are you in?
Are you in?
Oh man.
Jersey Shore Sopranos. I'm doing like.
I don't know what you're doing now. You're doing Godfather.
Yeah, I do Godfather. Who knows what I'm doing? I don't even know
You're
what's
doing Dom
coming out of my mouth.
DeLuise.
I don't know what's coming out of my mouth sometimes.
Doing Dom DeLuise and Cannibal Run too.
Yeah.
It's a tabby.
Yeah, she lives right by New York there.
Mm.
She does have the New York accent. That's true. Mhm.
You do have a bit of an accent. I noticed that on some of your videos.
Dude, what's her name from My Cousin Vinny?
Marissa Tomei. I bet
Mona
I
Lisa Vito.
yeah, Mona Lisa. I bet the Chinese food here is terrible. Was that good for you? I hope that really.
What,
I hope
like
that did.
Fran Drescher?
Yeah.
I live in the South where we always talk about the grits scene.
Yeah. Certified by NASA engineers.
Okay, Larry, and everybody's connecting. Ladies laughing.
The best of my
Lady,
cousin Vinny is when Lisa's on
laughing
the.
on his stream because of Captain.
Are you done?
Hmm?
I hate it when you start
Sorry?
singing.
Huh?
Yes.
No,
Because it's like I'm trying to say something, and like you're still singing. I can't.
was I singing again? I
Yes,
apologize. I
you were.
apologize.
You were singing again.
I didn't realize I was actually
Much
singing.
as I like your voice, it's kind of frustrating when I'm
I thought it
trying to
was in my
say
head.
something, and like you're in mid verse. I thought you were done.
Yeah.
Just forget it. Just forget it.
How about we change the subject with if you had a date with Marissa Tomei?
We're not changing it that much because we were talking about Marissa Tomei.
Okay, so it's
Aha!
on the same subject then. But if you got a
Yeah.
date with her,
Oh, which one? Which Marissa Tomei?
which version of her? Oh,
Oh, not from the
I'm gonna
wrestler.
take
No.
Before the Devil Knows You're Dead.
I
Is it
think
her?
he was just he was just giving us a choice there.
Not her. Is she in that movie? I'm pretty. It's either
Well,
her. Or,
he was giving us three choices. That's what
yeah, I know,
it's a
but I was trying
professor.
to be funny. Before the Devil Knows You're Dead.
It's a professor pop quiz. We have to adhere to his rules or he'll kill us.
I'm gonna say you know what? I'll take her because I'm old. I'm gonna say the wrestler.
Oh, you like the
Yeah,
yeah, the wilted flower kind of
yeah,
thing.
yeah. I'll say the wrestler.
I don't know. I got to tell you, I'm going to go with well, no, because she wouldn't be into me from my cousin Vinny.
She wouldn't be into me in any of those things. This is
Well,
a
no, I'm just
hypothetical.
saying. If I'm going to be hypothetical, I'm going to be hypothetical by saying if I'm hypothetical in this situation, I'm going to have to be more realistic with it, and I should say
Okay,
I don't think
enhance her calm, John Spartan. Enhance her calm.
I because she wouldn't be. I don't think Mona Lisa Vito would be into me because I wouldn't be her cup of tea. I think as her as a Aunt May. I think in the Spider-Man movies, I think I would have more of a chance. But
You know
let's
what?
face it, Rob. Hey, let's face it. We'd all have a chance with her in the wrestler, if you know what I'm saying.
That's not nice.
I'm just saying. I think we would have a good shot.
You know
Am I
what?
saying that would be the noblest choice? No, no. I'm going to go with Spider-Man.
For some reason, the scene. I think it's what Ninja Turtles. Is it? I don't know if it's a part two. It might be part two, but it's a scene with the pizza delivery dude.
Yeah.
I'm drawing a blank on his name. I should know his name, but the kung
Oh,
fu kid.
hold on, hold on, hold on. Hold on. I just it was on the tip of my tongue just now. Yeah. No, forget it. It's
No,
gone.
that's not it.
No.
So, anyways, there's a part where he pulls up and he's like on a scooter with the pizza, and there's some girls walking by, and he says, "What's up, ladies?" And the
Yeah.
girl says to him, the girl says, dream on, whatever," and he's like,
Yeah.
"Okay, well, next time I dream, I'll dream of somebody slimmer."
Yep. Sick burn. Yep. Sick burn.
That's a wicked comeback, man.
Yep. Probably the sickest burn
Yeah, that's pretty good.
on film for a while after that. I don't think there was. Yeah. Because I don't know much about cars. And I think she would really be into that. Like, I don't think we would,
Oh,
you
see,
know what I
Ben's
mean? We
like
wouldn't
Aunt
really like.
May. Ben's in that hot Aunt May.
Yeah, I'm going to do with the Aunt May just as well. She seems very forgiving and very tolerant and very loving of people's inner beauty. But I think Mona Lisa Vita would just, she would see that I don't know much about cars and she wouldn't like that.
Any woman in her right mind
Huh.
would be into you, Cap.
Look, listen to him. Listen to him. Listen to
Chicks
him.
dig
He's
pirates.
yeah. Well, that's fine. Thank you, Don. Thank you.
Yeah.
What a guy. What a
Back in the
guy.
day, they didn't have no choice if they like.
No, no, that was it.
Yeah, now it's lonely for a pirate, because it's like
It's fine.
the dating scene has changed, for a pirate.
Oh, it's hard out here for a pirate.
It's hard out there for a pirate.
Thank you, Don. Oh,
And
look,
Lady Day.
Lady, you're so nice. Thank you, Lady.
Aunt May dated Happy John Favreau. Did she?
Hmm.
Shit.
Hmm.
God damn.
Yeah, interesting.
Okay.
Well, I was going to say, and one of my favorite scenes in My Cousin Vinny with Marissa Tomei is when she's on the stand and Mr. Trotter's like, giving her the water, like he's asking her always like, "You're a certified mechanic," and like she answers, "Yeah, yeah, yeah." And he
Yeah.
asks him again, like, "You're a certified mechanic." It just goes, she just gives like this really like subtle like sarcastic nod. It's like the best. It's like, man, yeah.
Uh-huh. Tommy showed her boobies in The Wrestler. They were very, very good. There was
If
they
there's
were very
boobies
good.
involved, if there's boobies
But he would pick
involved,
Aunt May too. He would also
yeah,
pick Aunt May.
if there's boobies involved, the professor is there.
Not
I'm
me.
surprised he wasn't there in Gareth's stream earlier talking about boobies with the '80s movies.
He's probably working.
You know, yeah, it's
What
true.
up, Mondo?
Hey, John.
Here.
Oh, holy shnikes! Well, I got to tell you, man, I've been renting the beer, so I gotta go.
The
I
last
gotta,
electric night.
I gotta go dangle it. I'll be right back. Okay.
All right, you walk the plank there. I'll be here.
Yeah, hold it down. Hold it down.
So, yeah. So, I hear that. That's right. Should be impressed with all that tape knowledge he's got. You're a pirate / you know about tapes? Damn! Sorry, I had to attend some pressing matter on an estate. What would you rather be in Blazing Saddles or Young Frankenstein? Well, I don't want to be in Blazing Saddles. Ooh, I stay away from that. I'll be anything but not in Blazing Saddles. Johnny Depp ain't got nothing on Cap. That's what I'm saying. Young Frankenstein is the answer. That's right. What's my favorite Marty Stewart Masterson performance? I'll get back to you on that. I gotta think about that. Hold it down. Is he talking about the stream or no? Well, yeah, he was talking about the stream. I hope. I don't know. I don't want I don't double click my mouse, if you know what I'm saying. Captain whipping out those tapes. Did she need a better comedy role? If the first one didn't suffice, yes. I hope that answers the question. I don't really know. I only watch 80s movies. What? Yeah, let's have a sip there. So, anybody having a drink tonight? Lindog, what are you drinking? What you on, man? I know you like to mix it up. You got a variety. Let me guess. I think Lindog's probably having. If I know Lindog correctly, he's probably having a rum and coke, beers. He's got Bailey's on ice, and he might be doing like some kind of crazy big cat energy drink, vodka and fueled energy drink while he's outside smoking butts.
What are you talking about? I just tuned into a bunch of energy drinks with smoking butts.
Oh, you see, I hit one of them. Twisted Teas. I should have guessed that one.
Twisted Tea. Hey, they're not bad.
I know. I knew he was drinking more than one drink.
No, not bad. Oh, I like the raspberry ones the best.
I know
I
my
like the
man's in them.
raspberry
You know
one.
what I'm saying? Favorite Fletch one and lives scenes.
I didn't like. You know what? I did not like Fletch Lives at all. I really didn't. Didn't like it. Terrible sequel, I thought. But favorite Fletch.
It's not as good as the first.
No, it's not. Like by a wide margin too. You
Favorite
know what?
Fletch.
Man, I couldn't pick one right now off the top of my head.
I did a watch party with Gareth with Fletch, and I love Fletch. I've watched it a billion times, but
Yeah, it just kind of slips your mind, doesn't it? Like what?
well, I mean, my favorite one, I'd have to go through. I'm trying to go through the movie, thinking like because I don't want to just talk bullshit. So there we go. Big Don sipping on some Land Shark and Jimmy Buffett beers.
Yeah, Jimmy Buffett beer. Yeah. Oh, Jimmy Buffet.
Oh, ou en français, c'est une Jean Buffet.
Oh, look at you. You're
Merci beaucoup, merci beaucoup.
yeah, you're keeping up with your French ever since last week's stream.
Rob knows his man's in them. I'm drinking a crispy orange cream Coke. Oh, that sounds good.
Oh yeah, I've heard that's a new thing. They came out with an orange cream Coke flavor.
Ooh.
Yes.
Put that into a nice big frozen Stein with a nice scoop of vanilla ice cream.
Sure. Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good time. That's a good time.
Get yourself one of those big fat like Slurpee straws. And when
I was going to say doobie before.
yeah, well, you can get a big fat doobie before
that too, right?
Professor will have some Mexican beers tonight, but he's debating on opening a Cuban rum. He's been saying,
oh, wow.
It's beckoning to him. Drink me, Macabro.
Well.
You know you want to. You know you want to drink this Cuban rum. Now, do it. I mean, that's how I envision it.
Yeah, well, that's borderline cultural appropriation, Rob, and I want you to know we're running the risk of being canceled.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's okay.
I'll keep it down.
So, Professor, are you saving that for a reason? Is there a special occasion you were saving that rum for? If not, go right ahead and crack it open. No time like the present, my friend.
Drink that.
Yeah, you don't have to drink all of it.
I'm trying to improv the comments. You know what I mean? I'm not trying to.
In fact, I would recommend not drinking it all tonight. Everything in moderation. A little rum goes a long way. Take it from me.
Yes, it does. Rum is very nice, but you can drink it. Drink a lot quickly, and then next thing you know, you're like, "Oh, my legs don't work." But
yeah, next thing you know, you don't have pants on, and you're in a police station.
It does happen.
Yeah.
A lemon lime slice.
Wow, that's
fuck a lemon, man.
Lemon lime slice. What was this? 1989? I wish it was. I haven't seen a lemon lime slice in like 30 years.
Dr. Rosen, penis scene.
Oh man, it came back to everybody being a weirdo.
Everything is ball bearings nowadays.
Yeah. That's
You're busting my balls, man. You're busting my balls because I'm like I'm improving accents and shit. That's why I don't do it.
Yeah.
See, you know what? Captain Adam pirate ship is not responsible for anything seen or heard on Rob's Vintage Video.
That's right. I do not endorse any of these opinions, though. I do find them very, very entertaining and funny. I do not endorse any of these behaviors.
Sorry, I can't even. I was going to read this in French, but I'm not. La cheeseburger on paradis.
No, read it in French. Don't be funny, okay?
On La Margaritaville.
We on La Margaritaville. The Booby Brothers.
Do you guys think Mike Myers would make a great Michael Myers?
Yeah, sure. I think at this point in time, I think that should happen.
Yes, let's do it. Is it a comedy? Is he supposed to be like be serious?
I don't know. I would want to see that serious. I think that would be very interesting. Serious. I think played straight, that would be
It would definitely be
very
interesting.
interesting.
I mean, I
Yeah,
guess he could do it. I mean, he's been in some serious roles, has he not?
I don't
I
think
mean,
so. Has he?
well, I mean, like serious, like where he's playing a different character other than just a comedic character, like what at a Studio 54 or something like that. He was like he
Oh,
had to
that's
play like a
true.
role.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Okay.
You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
he's a character actor, so maybe he can play a character
Yeah.
that's serious enough to pull that off.
Yeah, that's true. I forgot about that film. Yeah. Yeah, but you know what? He would be in a mask though. If he was Michael Myers, he'd have the mask on, so you really wouldn't even know it would be him, and plus he'd be silent. So I know.
That's true.
I don't know
So then
that.
it would have to be a comedy, and he'd have to pull his mask off and be funny for somehow.
Yeah,
That'd be
or be
hilarious.
zany. He'd be wacky. You know. But I mean,
Well,
the only thing I can think of, like as far as like a semi-dramatic role, would be I married an axe murderer, and that's that's kind of semi-dramatic
yeah, and he's
for
kind of
him.
like really playing himself. Like he's probably just playing
Yeah,
his regular self or something.
yeah, yeah. But then he plays his dad as well, which is funny.
If you want my body
Yeah.
and you think I'm sexy.
Oh, we have a piper down.
Oh, sorry, I told you I would just
I
stop doing
know.
accents and shit.
It's
I'm not
just
gonna do it again. I
this show is so
apologize
offensive.
for all my Scottish heritage and everything.
Yeah, this show is so offensive.
Oh my god,
Oh man,
I'm gonna get a message from YouTube tomorrow saying,
maybe hopefully at least they're watching, right?
"Rob, you and the
Always
captain
better.
are amazing. Your show is the best show on YouTube. So we're not gonna do anything. We just want to tell you you enjoyed your show, and that's all they're gonna say. I'll be like, oh shit, that's pretty cool.
That's very nice of them. I'm
Yeah,
glad they said that.
yeah. So am I.
Judge Smalls or Smales.
Smells asked you to help him find qualified lawyers. What movie character lawyers do you hire to work for Judge Smells from Caddyshack?
What movie character lawyer?
I think we answered this question last time. We talked about some
Well,
lawyers.
yeah, last week she gave us a question similar to this.
Yeah, because I remember talking about like liar, liar, and stuff.
Yeah, you picked Liar Liar. I picked My Cousin
Then
Vinny.
you
It always
picked
goes
like
back to My Cousin Vinny.
You picked Al Pacino from like what is it? The Al Pacino and Keanu movie there.
Oh, Devil's Advocate?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you picked Al Pacino. I picked Keanu Reeves, and we went back and forth in a battle, and it was epic and everything. You don't remember that?
Yeah, it was great. Yeah, it was that was great. Things got set on fire.
I
It
might
was
have
great.
dreamt that. I might have dreamt that. I'm not sure.
Sounds like that was a great dream, if that was indeed the case.
Slice is back. It's a probiotic drink now. Okay.
Oh, I didn't know that. I didn't know that. I know what Slice, like for the longest time, they just had a mandarin orange flavor. That was like their dying swing. Like I know Slice, was started off as lemon lime. They had apple slice. Then they ended with the mandarin orange slice, and then that's all I ever heard from Slice. And that was probably 92. You know,
Okay. So Len Dog wants to know: do you think Rod Stewart makes a good stew?
I, I'm leaving. Yeah, he might.
Maybe a shepherd's pie. Late says maybe he makes a good shepherd's pie.
Yeah. Yeah, you know what? I think it'd be hard to screw it up. I really do.
Maybe he's into art. Oh, and Len Dog is pulling out all the stops tonight, boy.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, he is. Oh my God.
Peach cobbler with Kathy Bates or berry cobbler with Diane Keaton.
Diane Keaton again. She loves Diane Keaton.
She likes
Kathy
cobbler.
Bates. Yeah, Cobbler. Yeah. Peach Cobbler with Kathy Bates.
I would like peach berry with Bates Keaton.
Barry Peach with Kathy Keaton.
Yeah. Would you watch an American Gladiators origin movie?
Maybe I might.
Depends on who they cast.
Yeah, I might. I would be more prone to watch a documentary about American Gladiators than I would an actual like biopic.
Like a doc, eh? You like a good doc, eh?
Yeah, like a doc. Yeah,
And it's a good doco.
I like a big doc.
Does the captain have any thoughts on Freshka or Tab?
Fresca. I prefer Fresca over Tab. I don't like overly saccharine flavorous as Tab had, and I don't. I mean, as a kid, I like dark colas, but as an adult, I don't like dark colas. I prefer a nice clear or a light cola.
Well, as a Canadian, I have never had Tab.
It's
I
like
don't know,
Diet Coke. I mean, that's what it is essentially.
they may have sold it in they may have sold it somewhere in Canada, but I've never come across it. It's not super regular. And Freshka's pretty good. I mean, I pour some vodka in that shit.
Oh yeah, Fresca's a good mixer. That's for sure. Good question, Don. Good question. Very good question.
Yes.
Has there? I didn't look at that. Look at that.
Shit going on over here.
Look it up. Always fascinated with that show. Where do they find the gladiators? Where do they find the contestants? Like, how is this show even a thing? How'd they do it? Like, I don't understand.
We got Blade and Laser and
Yeah.
Blazer.
Blade and Laser and Blazer and Rockhead and Theodore
Michelle.
and Simon.
If Daniel Stern said no to Blue Thunder, who would you cast instead? And who doesn't love a big doc?
Oh, Lay Day. Lay Day.
That was a great American Gladiator doc.
So risque, Lay Day.
On Netflix.
Muscles
and Mayhem. It's
Muscles and Mayhem.
Documentary. Sorry.
It was on the Netflix and just forget it. I'm not going to watch it.
How about a Fresca?
Oh, wouldn't you boys like a Pepsi?
Favorite American Gladiators events?
I liked the one where they had to like run and like shoot. You know, remember like it was like the last. I think it was like the last event of every show. They had like shoot like an air rifle at the gladiator and like run closer to it. And
I always wanted to shoot a tennis ball machine at somebody and just like unload like 1 million tennis balls on someone's ass.
Doom, 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 doom. Because you know the sound it would make too. It's so satisfying, that sound, hitting somebody with a tennis ball.
So, what kind of apples does Fiona Apple like? Adam's apples, I'm going to say.
That's right.
Lendog's getting buzzed. Oh, shit. We can tell, Lendog.
Oh, he's wasted.
Enjoy your evening, buddy.
Yep.
Racing to Granny Smith. Oh, Granny Smith. Okay, sorry. It's not Adam's apple.
Hey, well, Granny Smith's good for baking, though. I mean, I wouldn't eat it raw. It's kind of a bitter apple.
Don likes when the gladiators fight with the Q-tips.
Oh yeah, what are they called? Yeah, what are they called?
Jousting.
Yeah, good stuff.
Good stuff, and jousting. Yeah. All I wanted was a Pepsi. Just one Pepsi, and they wouldn't give it to me.
Yep,
just a Pepsi.
Well, I was watching Oprah, and they say that. What, really?
Was the star of Christmas Evil.
Really? I didn't know that.
Yeah, I did not know that.
Interesting. Yeah.
I did not know that. Ian Lindog did not know that.
Yeah, I did not know that.
It's 1992?
Money didn't matter.
If money doesn't matter, what flop would you have given a sequel to? Who's Harry Crumb or Real Men?
Probably Who's Harry Crumb. I think that movie did deserve a sequel, to tell you the truth.
Yeah, I'll do with that one.
Yeah.
Oh, you like them apples?
How do you like them apples?
How do you like them apples? Adam's apples.
Yeah. Well, like I always tell everybody, never ever have a Honeycrisp apple because you will never eat any other apples ever again. It will ruin apples for you. Honeycrisp apple is unnatural. It's a it's a man-made thing, a hybrid apple, way too sweet. It shouldn't exist.
Let me ask you a question. How do you feel about like those candy apples?
I never liked them. Even as a kid, didn't like them. Too hard to eat. Too hard to eat.
I find that because you know how apple turns brown quickly. You know what I mean? Like in a lot of those apples, you bite into the candy, they look nice. You know, it looks super nice and red and glistening, and it's like, oh, I'll bite that.
Sure. Yeah.
But once you
Looks
take the
great.
first bite, you're like,
Yeah.
holy, inside this is a shitty old apple.
Because they probably had those apples for weeks in that carnival trailer. Yeah.
There's no peanut butter in there, or nothing like that. There's just a shitty old apple in there.
Shitty old apple.
And I was like, oh, look how beautiful it is. And it looks like it's
Looks great.
deceiving. The outside looks crazy good.
Yeah.
And then inside just a shitty old apple.
Yep. Aren't we all?
All just shitty old apples inside.
Yeah. Yeah.
Snapples?
Snapple?
Stacy likes
Snapple.
all the events.
All the events. She likes all the events. That's
Have
good.
you ever
She's
had sugar bee apples?
No, I haven't. I've heard of them though. I haven't had them though.
I've never.
Haven't
I
had
don't
them.
know that. What is that?
Another hybrid apple. Very, very sweet apple. As far as I know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, pardonnez-moi. How do you like them apples? Now I get the comment.
I've always been a fan of Golden Delicious.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, who do you cast as Gene Wilder?
And what? Like anything in life? Like who would I have besides Gene Wilder as Gene Wilder?
Anything.
I don't know. I think Bryan Cranston. Here's my theory. Bryan Cranston could replace Gene Wilder in anything, and I don't think you would.
That's the perfect answer. Then you
I
nailed
don't
it.
think you would notice that much. I don't think you would notice that much. I really don't.
You did it.
Mm-hmm.
Excellent answer.
Thank you, Rob. Thank you.
No problem. I never bobbed for apples once. I never bobbed for apples once in my life. Okay.
Kill that noise.
I think I was forced to do it once as a kid. I didn't camp. I think once. I didn't want to, but I'm like, I don't really like. I mean, I like apples, okay, but do I want to smash my face in the water and get apples with my teeth? No.
Well, it's like Ernest says. Oh, it's like bobbing for water. You can't miss.
It is like bobbing for water because that's usually what you're doing.
Yeah. Yeah.
If you're lucky enough to
I know
have
that-
like, sorry.
Like when I was growing up, I know bobbing for apples was still a thing at like Halloween parties, but like it was like sort of like at the tail end of that being phased out because of like hygiene issues. Like
Yeah, many issues.
you know what I mean.
Many issues.
So that quit like when the '90s came around, the kibosh was put on bobbing for apples because of that.
Yeah.
You know.
That's what I'm saying. Like I bobbed for apples. It was I think I was in like a sleepaway camp when I was like
Yeah.
single digits.
Yeah. Yep. I know. I think the last time I bobbed for apples was probably when I was in second grade.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, man.
Back in 1849 when I was in second grade.
Back in the day.
Uh-oh. You're going robot on me. You're going robot.
Oh, eight. Yeah. Oh, you're freezing on me too. I like the candy berry of apples. Yeah, everybody eats the candy off and then chucks the shitty apple away.
Yeah, they should.
Mm-hmm. See?
Do you know what I found?
You get that shit stuck in your teeth,
Yeah.
yeah, that's right.
The stuff's. I mean, it's for kids. It's easier to eat when you're a kid. You know what I mean?
Caramel.
It's like if it gets stuck to your teeth, chances are you're gonna lose that tooth anyway and grow a new one because you're a kid. Oh, you were indestructible back then.
Tim Watley as Gene Wilder.
Yeah.
Yes,
I
no?
don't know. Sticking with my answer.
He's sticking with his answer.
Yeah.
Yeah, she bought for apples once at a Halloween party. She hated every moment of it. Yeah, well, every kid does. I don't even know why you
Yeah,
even
it's
make people do
stupid.
that.
Stupid game.
No, just give me an apple, or like ask me if I want an apple. I'm gonna tell you yes or no, and then leave
Yeah.
me alone.
Can I just have an apple? Do I have to work for it?
Yeah.
Okay, first of all, I barely want an apple. Don't make me work for it, okay?
Can I tell you a story that this reminds me of being at a childhood party?
Of course.
I was at a childhood party, and you know how they do stupid games and all that stuff. So we're all sitting on
Sure,
the
yeah.
carpet. We're all sitting around. I was probably I want to say 8, 9, could be
Yeah.
10, but somewhere around there, 8, 9, 10. And they're doing one of the games is they give you a paper and a pencil, and you had to put the paper on your head, and you had to draw a face, like or somebody. You had to draw a person on the paper on your head.
Okay.
Okay,
That's weird.
yeah, so it was like you had to draw somebody. So I put the paper on my head. I drew a circle. I remember holding my hand like in a circle, and I drew a circle. And I figured I'll draw a circle, and I'll put like 2 eyes and a mouth.
Mhm.
So I did a circle. I put an eye and a mouth. It wasn't perfect, but the 2 eyes were there, and the line was in there. And because everybody else drew something that did not look like anything at all, they told me that they accused me of cheating and told me that I didn't draw that, and
Wow,
they
that's
disqualified me
crap.
from the game. And I remember sitting there furious as a young kid, being like, okay, I'm sitting right in the middle of the group, in the middle of the room. How am I cheating? It's on my head. But anyway, I was like 8 or 9, 10 years old, something like that. Now
Well,
that's my
that's enough to make you not want to go to another party ever again. That's crap.
yeah, man.
You know what? I'm mad for you. That makes me mad too.
Yeah, it was shitty.
That's yeah. Well, because you won, you
Karen
were
Ritchie, if you're
cheating.
listening, not Karen Ritchie. No, what was her name? Karen Doherty. Karen Doherty. If you're watching, Karen Doherty, it was your party. God damn it! I remember I was in the Point St. Charles. I can't remember what street it was on. It was off of Liverpool, anyway.
Oh, it's because the host wanted the cute girl to win and not you, not the
Yeah,
actual
I was like one of the
skilled
few.
person.
I was like, I remember being there. Was mostly I was probably there because my cousins were there. I had cousins that were like around. I had 3 cousins that were like my age and then a little bit older than me. So I got invited to a lot of places because of them,
Mhm.
because there were girls. And anyways, who knows?
That's crap, dude. That's
It was
crap.
crap.
Yeah.
Thank you, Stacey. I don't like when Rob gets a
Yeah.
deal. I
I
appreciate
don't
that.
like it either, Stacey. I don't know what to do about it either. Who can we talk to about this? Is there anybody we can talk to about this? We get that. Take care of that, okay?
Welcome to
All
my
right.
Halloween
We're gonna
party.
look at.
Dunk your head in my dirty cold water, sitting in the wash
Yeah.
tub. My grandma smokes a
Yeah.
feeling and her
Yeah.
knickers.
Yeah. Please. Yeah. Please.
Are you done
Yeah.
soaking my knickers in that tub, Sonny? You can use it for your apple bobbing now.
Yeah.
Mm.
That's
God damn it! I
gross.
did it again.
It's gross.
It's the entertainer in me. It's the the actor in me that
Oh yeah.
I
I
keep
know. I
going off.
know. I know. It's got it comes out. It comes out. I mean, you can't help it.
Uh,
You can't help it.
I got to stop myself, but it's hard. It's hard.
Oh, it's hard. All right.
Who do you cast for this? Who do
What?
you cast for Siskel and Ebert?
That's good. That's pretty good.
Thank you, Don. Thank you very much. But
I
these
was
days
late
we're
night.
always at risk of offending people.
Mhm.
I have to unfortunately pull
Yes,
in the
that's right,
reins.
sweetie.
Pull
That's
the
right.
reins.
That's right. Uh,
I
we're
always
here
tell my
to
good friend Captain
attend.
Rob, you're getting out of line with that now. So
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I'm so triggered.
yeah,
I'm
but
literally shaking. I'm
can we
literally
both get
shaking.
Michael King
Okay.
glasses and wear them? This is awesome. I think we should both get Michael King glasses and wear them. That'd be crazy.
I'm so offended. I'm going to set a Tesla on fire.
You don't have to do that. They do that on their own.
Ah, no, that's true. Um,
I saw one on the other side of the highway not too long ago.
with the
It was
batteries
burning.
being
I
engulfed in
swear to God, it was
yeah,
burning from the tires up.
yeah. The batteries would engulf. It's the same thing with the hoverboards. Remember the hoverboards? Well, they called them hoverboards, but they weren't really hoverboards. Remember
No,
those? The battery would catch fire, like suddenly the battery would just
yeah, they didn't
erupt in
hover.
flames. Yeah, and that was crap. Like, what was that about? Anyways, what were we talking about?
Michael Caine glasses. Me and you, Michael Caine glasses. Yes or no?
Without lenses, I can wear them with lenses. They'll hurt my eyes.
I think
I have
it'd
to
be
get some
funny.
lenses.
It'd be funny for a couple of minutes if we were to just show up with and people like, "Hey, you guys got Michael Caine glasses on." But I mean,
What were we talking about before that comment? What was the comment before that comment? I want to say we were talking about something. Then we got sidetracked. Oh yes, that's a good question. I'm surprised they haven't done a movie about them yet. For I would say Wayne Knight, uh, Wayne Knight, and
hmm.
hmm, yeah, I can't think. I can't think of the other. It's a good question. Always stumping us with these, Stacy. How about you,
Yeah,
Rob? What do
I
you
have
think?
no idea, man. Cisco and
Yeah,
Ebert. I don't know, man. Like today,
yeah.
I don't. I have no clue.
It's span of like maybe 15 years. Last 15 years. What would you do? I
Uh,
know, right? It's like what do you mean? Like
I don't know.
how do you do that?
I'm gonna say John Goodman and Bill Paxton.
That's not bad. That's not bad. That's not bad. I like that too. I like that too. Oh, good for you, Rob. That's good. That's good.
You know,
Yeah.
contrast. Tim Roth aged down for Cisco. Tim Roth.
Yeah, but you can't just age down. Like it's you have to like know
I'd like
when
to
the
age
movie.
down. That's pretty cool. How can you do that? Is that a thing?
You can't do that. You can't.
There you
You
go.
can't.
Jonah Hill and Steve Carell. Boom.
Yeah, when in doubt, always pick Jonah Hill because he was in like everything for a while there, wasn't he?
John's got the answer. There you go.
And Jonah Hill was
Uh,
just in everything for
I
a
don't
long
know if you're
time.
talking about Bill Paxton and John Goodman or Jonah Hill and Steve Carell, but they're all good.
Yeah, I think they're all good. It's all good, baby, baby.
Baby, baby.
Hmm.
See, I was just about to go into that, and then I stopped myself. You know,
I'm just
I
looking
learned my
out for you,
lesson.
man.
I learned my
I
lesson.
don't want
I learned
YouTube
my
to
lesson.
cancel you. I don't want YouTube to cancel you. They will any minute now.
No, no, they would never. They're not going to mess with their prodigal son, but we'll see.
That'd be their last mistake. Yeah.
I like the scene where they start using thumbs. The scene where they start using thumbs would be amazing.
Yeah, well, they would have to put a lot of emphasis on that because that was their thing. Thumbs up, thumbs down. That would be a thing. I don't think it would work for like a. Oddly enough, I don't think it would work for a theatrical release. I think they would have to do something like that for like the dreaded Netflix or Amazon or whatever.
Yeah.
I just don't think it would work in theaters. I mean, anymore, you got to put something in theaters that people are going to want to like just run to go see. A big
That's right. You got
popcorn
to
movie.
find the angle, man. It's got to have an angle on it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, you're right. Hey, so do you let Kevin McAllister help Marty McFly landscape and lawn mowing? You let
Let's
Kevin
see if it's age
McAllister
appropriate.
help Marty McFly landscape and mow
No,
lawns?
no, I wouldn't. No, because Kevin's way too young for that kind of stuff. I don't care if he thwarted burglars and made all these elaborate traps. I'm not starting a business with him. That's a different story altogether.
Hmm.
Sorry.
I'm just trying to figure
Yeah.
out the ratio, like the payment.
Yeah. I mean, what do you what?
Business venture. We'll have to talk about that on a later date.
Yeah, it's like I don't. Plus, you're underage, dude. I'm not going to start any business with you. You know. Oh man.
If you could cast a Siskel and Ebert biopic, who would you cast
As a who?
As a who?
As a who? If
As a
you could have
who?
cast Cisco and even a biopic, who would you cast as a who?
Oh, okay. As a who? Laurel and Hardy.
You're talking way back, like before Cisco and Ebert was a thing.
Davidson and Michael
You would
Medved.
Medved.
Both unlikable.
Both unlikable. Well, yeah.
Hey, you said it. I didn't say it.
Yeah, I didn't say it either. Oh, get the Parmesan out of your ears.
Oh, Pop, they got more salad.
Oh no, somebody touching my spaghetti.
Oh, Pop, they got more soup.
I don't know what we're talking about anymore.
Me neither.
I
Where am I? Oh,
I
the
just want
room's getting smaller.
to. Yep. Yep.
Only here on Tape Talk, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for tuning in on today's Talk.
Yeah. Hopefully this won't be the last time you do.
YouTube will come for us in the night.
Yeah. Yeah.
Captain Adam will wake up with like a YouTube-shaped horse head in his bed.
Yeah. Well, keep in mind, I have nothing to do with this. This is all on you. I'm not.
What?
Yeah.
I didn't, no one told me this.
Silly Goose Hour. Silly Goose Hour. It is Silly Goose Hour.
Unreals.
Silly Goose Hour. Silly Goose Power.
So,
Sorry, we're getting stupid now.
You really need to enhance your calm, John Spartan.
Yeah.
How much wood would a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood?
What if it would be Chuck Berry?
I would assume it's a decent amount, would be my guess. Lay Day said square.
Square. She doesn't like us anymore.
Up and down rectangle, she said.
Yeah.
What's your favorite Dirty Harry scenes? You got any favorite Dirty Harry scenes or what?
I like it when Scorpion or Scorpio pays that guy to beat him up, so it looks like he got harassed by the police. Remember that scene? It makes you hate him. It makes you hate him so much. Like, I hate this guy.
Oh, it's a goose. Okay, sorry.
It's a goose.
Isn't his line isn't it Dirty Harry that says go ahead, make my day?
Well, that's not until not until the third movie. Oddly enough, isn't that strange?
Okay, well,
I think is it the third movie or the fourth movie where he doesn't say that? Go ahead and make my day. My day. Yeah.
How many times do you think that's been like copied or used in the movie?
Oh, it's like that's like I do a video about this too as well. I do Discovering Dirty Harry movies where I talk about how there's a lot of misconceptions about Dirty Harry.
This is true.
That line is so associated with Dirty Harry, but he only says it twice in the whole Dirty Harry film series.
Because of the impact of the line.
But it wasn't until like the third or fourth movie. I think it was it Sudden Impact? Was it Sudden Impact he said? I don't remember which movie it was, but
they only said it
like twice. When I grew up, that's all you heard about. Before I saw Dirty Harry, I heard that line, and so I always thought Dirty Harry just went around saying that all the time. That was what he said.
Yeah, that's what you expect to watch an hour and a half of him saying that.
Yeah, but when I finally watched the movies, all the movies, I was like, he never says that. He says it twice in the entire film series, and it's only in one film. It's crazy.
Goddamn Dirty Harry, he's a dirty bastard.
And Dirty Harry, I was very disappointed in because when he finally gets Scorpio, and like you think, okay, this guy really has it coming. All right, Harry's going to let him have it. Mm-hmm. He does shoot him, but it's just like, oh, I'm dead. I'm a wilting flower by the riverside. Like I wanted to like shoot him in the head. His head explodes like a big ketchup balloon. Like I just wanted like this guy to like really.
You don't even see like a bloodshot or nothing. It's just a guy on the ground. He's like,
yeah. I wanted to see pink mist. I wanted to see a mess. I wanted to see
the cool night.
Yeah, I wanted to see him really get his comeuppance for his heinous crimes,
Hmm.
but you never see that. So I was very disappointed in that.
Yeah,
You know,
I
so
hear that. So you want to get some swimming lessons? Are you thinking from like Aquaman, Mister Freeze, or Submariner?
probably Aquaman, Mister Freeze. I don't know why he's an option, but Submariner is definitely just like a mean guy. I wouldn't mess with Submariner. But definitely Aquaman. Yeah,
Um, I also don't know why Mister Freeze is an option. I
that's
will
a big
take
bad no. Big bad
oh,
no on that one.
Submariner.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, you make me laugh sometimes, man.
Oh no.
Sometimes you don't want to say the obvious thing because you want to be nice and everything,
Sure.
and then sometimes you say the obvious thing.
Yeah. Well, it's just sometimes you have to, man. You're like,
I
okay,
hear, I hear. It's shit. It's shit.
let's get under control here. What are we talking about?
I hear you.
you know?
If we could do a Freaky Friday and swap bodies with each other, would you?
Oh, you mean like like and vice versa as well?
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, Freaky Friday is a good idea. That's a similar premise to vice versa and like father like son. We were talking about that
Would you sign
earlier.
up for that though? Is what he's asking. Would you sign up for an experience like that?
No, I wouldn't want anybody to have this. I wouldn't punish anybody. Like
Yeah,
they
I guess.
within like 2 seconds of them being, they're like, "Oh, what's wrong with my knees?" You
So
know?
they show up as you, and they hit the deck. They're in pain already. Oh
Yeah,
fuck!
they just wouldn't be able to. They wouldn't be able to deal with it.
You didn't tell me you needed a backiotomy.
Yeah. Oh, my neck,
That's
my
funny.
back.
My back.
Yeah, I don't think we can say the
I
rest.
pooped
Can we say the rest?
again, addict.
Yeah. Oh, my basement in my attic.
Would you rather be a kite or a quad? Hmm.
Like Quado from Total Recall.
Open your mind, Captain, and
Open
answer
your,
the question.
open your mind.
Hmm.
Open your mind. Is that what you had in
Take my,
mind?
take my strong hand, child.
I'll go with Quado. Yeah.
Quado's pretty sick.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, man. I like to see both of those. Be honest with you.
Sure. Yeah. I wouldn't mind. Yeah, it's cool.
What's your feelings on NYPD Blue?
I don't have any. I never watched
Same
it.
here. I
Yeah,
don't watch
sorry.
those. I don't watch cop shows anymore. I really can't just.
I don't really watch. I don't really watch television anymore. I don't think I've watched television since
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 when's the last time you watched television, son?
since I guess '98. I used to watch.
1998.
Used to watch Monday Nitro and the WWF Raw. Like back, like I would switch the channels and call my friends and tell them, "Oh, did you see that? Oh, yeah." I think that was the last time I watched network television. To tell you the truth, if I was being completely honest, I think that was.
What's up? What's up, Hunter?
Hey, Hunter, what's going on? Sorry, you're a little late to the stream.
You're the man, brother.
'Cause, yeah, I am getting ready to jump off the earth.
The arachnophobia corner is killed twice in 1990. Once via Spider, and then in Total Recall by Arnie. Oh, nice to know. Nice to know.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, yeah, that is
Nice to
true.
know. Yeah, I didn't think of that.
Yeah, yeah.
So here's a pop quiz there, Big Captain Adam. Will you get to spend one of those days in heaven? One full day eating the most
Mm.
perfect food. One day watching all your favorite movies. Or one day of the best booty time in your life.
Number one, man. Number one, all the way. Sorry. Nice Sicilian pizza, a bunch of just really nice beef tacos, a bean burrito the size of my head, just a nice a nice hash brown casserole, shrimp out the wazoo. I mean, just You know how much fun I could have with that first option.
Okay, so my answer is: can I speak to management?
Oh, what are you, Karen?
Well,
Can
I'm
I
just
see the
asking:
manager?
is there any way where I can? Is there any way where I can arrange a little bit of all three?
You're probably not. I don't think that's part of that. They would probably tell you no.
Can I pay extra?
So, so the minute you get to heaven, you're going to ask to see the manager. Is that what you're saying?
Well, yeah, I'm trying to strike a deal here
Okay.
because I'm interested in all three. Is what I'm saying. Like, I mean, maybe they got
Right.
you never know until you speak up.
Well, I guess you're true. I guess that's right. Plus, it is heaven, so why not?
Because you know what? I'll be honest with you. Those three choices right there is almost like saying number one is air, number two is air, and number three is air.
Nah, one of them's got to be water.
No, they're all
You know,
air. That's all-
they're not all the same. Come on, man.
Okay, one of them is
No.
water. We'll throw. I don't. It doesn't
Okay.
matter which one. We'll throw water in there. There's air, water, and air. The point is, I ain't
Okay.
gonna live
I'm
without
not gonna.
the.
I'm not gonna specify. I'm not gonna specify. But you're saying two of those are comparable to just simply watching your favorite movies. You know what I mean? Like, doesn't one sound a little bit
That's
lamer than the
water.
others?
That's water.
Well, you need water as well. I'm saying there's one you do not need at all,
The other
and
two are
that's
air. The other
the
two I
two
need
are.
for sure. I need to eat like that, like crazy. And the third one,
Yeah, but
for
it's
sure,
heaven though. You wouldn't need to. You would just
sure,
want to,
one
right?
billion percent. And watching my favorite movies would be the water part. But the
Yeah,
point is, I still want to
yeah.
talk to somebody. Can I strike a deal? Is there? Can I pay extra? What's the deal?
No, you must
God
choose
damn it!
one.
I'm
You
not going
choose
to
one.
water.
Nothing else. Papers, please.
Schnell.
Schnell.
Um, okay, let's move on. Let's move on. Okay, let's move on.
Yeah, let's move on. Let's move on to a different.
Double
You
horns
know,
to you, sir. Okay,
yeah.
you're in commando. All right, at the end, and you can watch from the shed. All right, and it's protected from the mayhem.
Right.
All right, you following me so far?
Yeah, I think I
Would
am. Yeah,
you
sure.
be there, or do you work on security guard in Demolition Man museum scene?
Hmm. So you're saying that could be a groundskeeper in Commando at the mansion at the end, or security guard in Demolition Man. I'm going to go with the groundskeeper because the security guards didn't stand a chance. You know what I mean? Like, they were going to die. Phoenix killed him anyway. He was going to kill him. As soon as you saw him, you knew they were going to die. However, a groundskeeper stands a chance because you never really saw him in the commando. Obviously, the place did have groundskeepers. So if there were groundskeepers present during the final siege on the place, they had a good sense of mind to hide. Plus, they wouldn't have to engage any kind of combatant. You know, that's
Well,
like
that's what I'm trying to say. For me, it's not like it's a weird question because they're not equal.
yeah, it is weird.
Because if I
It's
can
like this.
watch the mayhem from a shed that's protected, or be a
Yeah,
security guard who can just happen along Simon Phoenix and get my ass whooped,
yeah.
I'm going to take
Like
the
you're
shed.
if you're a security guard, your job is to engage any troublemakers. And at that time, when violence was basically outlawed, no one knew how to handle violence. You wouldn't want to be a security guard because someone from the past is going to completely destroy you.
That's right.
It's like the old adage: it's either Chinese or Japanese that says it's better to be a warrior in a garden than a gardener in a war. Mm,
That's like the American version, I guess. What that would be is it's better to have it when you need it than to need it and not have it.
it's true. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Know what I'm
Well,
saying?
I know what you mean. I know what you mean. Know what I'm saying? No, no, I'm saying.
I heard all that glitters is gold.
I heard that too. I heard that once before, and somebody told me that wasn't true. But what do they know?
Be safe. The security camera area.
It's true. Okay.
Ugh.
All right, man. You know what?
Yeah, we're
Higher up.
we're getting up there, and I got to go to the bathroom. Like
I got to go to the
I've been,
bathroom
I've been
too.
dancing back and forth for like
I'm going
minutes
right
now.
now. I'm going right now. I got to be changed or else
Well,
I'll chafe.
let's get to the bottom. See Stacy got a bunch of questions. Sorry, Stacy, we can't get to them all. But Professor
All right.
says,
Yeah.
so Rob, sexy time while eating food as movies are playing in the background. Yeah, well, yeah, that
Well,
sounds like
I don't think that was one of your options, was it?
no, it's not. But that's
You told me to
exactly what's
choose
gonna
one.
that is exactly what's going to happen after this stream.
Yeah. All I can say is, if I could eat
So
Sicilian pizza whilst watching One Crazy Summer for the end of time, I think I'd be fine with that.
that's exactly what's going to happen after this stream.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to do with this. Right. Oh,
Time to invest in Depends, my friends. So yeah, no
yeah,
kidding.
it's not a bad idea, Lay Day, or bedpans.
You know, when when you're engaged in conversation and having a good time and hanging out with people,
What slips away from you?
it's not like if you're at like in the country and around the fire where you can just like and it's dark and you can just like pull your zipper down and no one even knows and they're like, "What's that sound?" And you're peeing.
Yep, European.
European.
Just like,
Yeah, I am. Sorry. Thank you.
just like Gareth. Just like Gareth.
European. Thank you.
He's European.
Another fun one, gents. Hope you all have a good evening / weekend. Thank you, Larry.
Everybody.
Appreciate you being here, buddy.
Everybody in the
Everybody
chat.
in the chat. Yeah, we're gonna wrap it up because we were past the 2-hour mark and save the bladders.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, we're past the 2-hour mark, and we both.
Oh man, wish we couldn't get new ones. And like I went to the bathroom before we started the stream, hoping that was like.
You don't fool yourself. That wasn't going to work.
But that's
you
it.
should have known that wasn't going to
so long until you got it. I was okay until just like I'd say 15 minutes ago. So
well, you didn't break the seal beforehand.
Yeah.
Well, see, that was my problem. I broke the seal beforehand, and I knew it. I was in for a treat. I was like, "Oh man, I'm going to have to go a bunch during the stream."
Lady, thank you for coming by again, Lady. Like always, I appreciate
thank you, Lady. Thank you for hanging out. And
thanks
Professor,
for being here,
thank
everybody,
you.
Len Dog, and everybody else. Ben, Hunter, everybody who was. I apologize if I missed anybody, but yeah.
Yeah, we can't thank you enough. We appreciate you hanging out. We really do. What, Rob?
I said, good seeing you.
Good seeing you, buddy.
Good hanging out again. It's been a long week there since we've seen each other.
Yeah.
Even though I message you all the time and.
Yeah, I think we stay in pretty good contact. We stay.
Bug the shit out of you. I'm like,
you don't bug me, Rob.
Cereal are you eating today, Captain?
No, you don't ask me questions like that. Don't cut yourself to the quick. Okay.
Oh,
don't
Brother Max. By Brother Max, we were just about to wrap it up. Man. Good to see you anyway.
Yeah.
Favorite movie monologue. Oh, one last question.
Here's one. I'm going to make one up right now. It's if I don't get off this right now and go take a whiz, I'm going to pee myself. How about that? How's that for your monologue?
You know what? My favorite movie monologue is Team America movie where they it's going to be a monologue. Is that what it is?
No, it's montage. That's montage.
Look, montage.
Hey, Rob, I got to tell you, I got to take a piss, and if we don't stop right now, I'm just gonna get off the stream.
Be quiet a second. Definitely a rough. Okay, everybody. Good night.
Yeah.
Thanks for stopping by.
Bye.
I gotta pee. We're all leaving.
Yeah.
Yes, good. Now.
Goodbye from Robin the Captain. Goodbye from Robin the Captain. This has been Friday-Nite Tape Talk with Robin the Captain. Right here on Rob's Vintage Video. Only on YouTube. Be sure to subscribe and take care out there. Keep your heads clean and be kind. Rewind. We'll see you next time. Goodbye. See you next Friday.
Your video and audio heads will now be cleaned.
What?
Your video and audio heads are now clean. Press stop and eject tape now. Eject tape now. Eject tape now. Eject tape now.